back. Banks versus Davis. Sunday. Day after Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. We're straight off of Clash in Italy. It's been a week. There's day after the Champions League final, which, funny enough, Banks wants to talk about. Which, you know what? Let's start with that because for any new listeners, for those that don't know, Banks and I, we started the show in the pandemic, fall of 2020. I didn't know him. He didn't know me. We just were in the Black Announce table. Shout out to Eve, Cody, Chris Ann. They had a Discord. Banks and I were both in it. Found out we were both from the West Coast, California to be exact, but I'm Bay Area. He's LA based. And we were like, you know what? We kind of got some things in common. We should do an episode. And that became a podcast, formerly known as, they called us Madmen, but we changed the name to Banks versus Davis because after 5 months of knowing Banks, every conversation was just like, this doesn't, I can't, it 2 times a week, both once on air and once off air, Banks will do something wrong. Like, if he wasn't someone I love, I would murder this man. I would find a way to off him. I wouldn't put him on his pockets. I'd put him 6 feet under. That's what I would do. I would find a way to make that happen. Because yes, this morning he posts on his IG, not one, not two, not three videos of Arsenal choking away the Champions League. And I'm like, one, okay, he Banks likes to post certain stuff for engagement. Second, I'm like, okay, what's this about? And then third, I'm like, there is no way he's dead ass serious about Arsenal losing in the Champions League. And here's why. Fucking 2021, Banks wasn't on the episode that Josh, myself, and X did about Manchester United and the state of their club during the post Sir Alex Ferguson era when they went through David Moyes and Louis Van Gaal and fucking Jose Mourinho. Banks wasn't on that episode because I don't watch soccer. I don't watch that. And then today he says, yeah, no, I don't fuck with Arsenal. And then he has the nerve. What tops it off? I know I'm
Wait. He said I don't. I mess with Arsenal. What are you talking about?
Well, no. What first? What that? You see the just like one. Just why do I call you the Big Show? Because we got a face turn this way, and we got a heel turn the
I
other
was
way.
not going for Paris FC in the Champions League final. Why would I do that? That's Josh's team.
You then had the nerve to say I look like a Chelsea fan, and that's where I'm like, okay, put up your dukes. Come on,
You also call me a slur. I want to say on air,
that's
but I
how you
can't.
know it's like because there is no way in hell that I would root for fucking Chelsea. That I would root for a team that had fucking Frank Lampard and Didier Drogba and all those fucking cunts at Stamford Bridge. No.
But did you? Before we get to that, did you? I shouldn't even be repeating this. So I can't enunciate his name. I don't want to say his name properly. But the former Monaco 20 when he left in 2025, well last year, the Monaco coach, I don't how do I say his name without making it sound like that guy? But it was a parody account saying that he was about to be the coach for the Frankfurt's team.
Oh, there's Adolf Hutter,
Yeah, see, I didn't know how to enunciate it without saying
as
it
they would
close
call
enough.
it, Adolf Hutter, or something like that. The way that the Germans pronounce their names. We'll get into some Germans later on, some Mexican Germans to be exact. Um,
I still gotta watch the match, but we could talk about it.
but so why? So first of all, when did you decide to like football? Because again, you have not said anything football related to me in these last 6 years.
So when I was younger and they first got the y'all gotta excuse my voice too. I know I sound like Benny Siegel right now or Emil. If anybody my age, you don't understand Emil, but this is what scientists do to you people when we got an infection.
I don't know who Emil is. I shocked you with Cormac. I don't know who Emil is.
Oh, look her up. She had one of the greatest songs ever with Siegel, Jay, and Bleak. Bleak had the best verse.
So she
Anyhow,
sounded like a man.
she real scratchy voice. You never heard your mom play Can I Get a What with Jay-Z and Ja
Oh,
Rule?
that song, yeah. It's
Yeah,
all
that's
from the Rush Hour
Emil, the
soundtrack.
woman on there. That's her. She from
Okay.
Philly, so that makes sense about her voice. Anyhow, so it started when I was younger, and the Galaxy got into the American League. We finally got a team back home. And then when they signed David Beckham, I've never been a David Beckham fan, but this is what the school was doing.
Oh yeah.
They was giving away tickets. I never liked your pretty ass anyway. From New Jack City, if you know that line, you know that line.
How
I
dare
never
you?
liked your pretty ass anyway, motherfucker.
A man's a
So,
saint, Sir David Beckham, to be exact.
well, he got Victoria, so I'm kind of hating it as well. Because her and Mel B was the baddest in the Spice Girls. I'm sorry. But they gave us tickets because they was basically just giving all the adolescent youth, just give them tickets because we want them to get invested in soccer. I think Jordan got some stake. Not Jordan. I'm sorry. Magic got some stake in the team as well, if I'm not mistaken. Because Magic just did a lot of stuff for the community. Obviously, that's why he's still over in LA and forever will be. Just besides the championships, so that's why I was first American. But also, I used to play the Konami arcade game. If you know the multi arcade, for anybody that's a nerd, they'll have Buster Groove. Was it Buster Groove or Buster Move with the little dragons and the bubbles and Metal Slug. So I play Metal Slug. I play that, and that got me introduced to soccer as well, or football. Um, the guy from Brazil, I forgot his name with the dreads. I can't think of
You
his
always
name right
forget
now.
Ronaldinho's name, despite the fact that it's an impossible name to forget.
No, it just dude. It's hard for me to remember some people names. Like even with wrestlers, you see how I still call like John Moxley, Dean Ambrose sometime. And
That's
he's
different. That's someone by two different. But Ronaldinho is a name like you can't forget.
yeah. And I think I actually got because I use it on Netflix. I think am I using it on Netflix? No, I'm using my sister's. Um, because I'm cheap in that regard. I have the documentary that I need to watch. So I remember playing FIFA Street and seeing him. So
Mm-hmm.
video games got me into soccer. Have I watched consistently over the past couple of years? No, but I always understand what's going on. So with me, I've been an Arsenal guy. I want to say since 2015, somewhere around that. When I decided to finally pick a team outside the American League, because pardon me, the Galaxy is still my favorite American team, obviously because they put me over, but also because it's a local team. So everybody sees, it's weird with me and my fandom. My NBA team is from Chicago. Chicago. My American football team is the Chargers. Uh, WNBA, if I had to pick one, is the Chargers. So it's like soccer is Galaxy. So I stayed home. Also, too, growing up, it's kind of hard for me and Davis to avoid being soccer fans because we go around a lot of Hispanic people.
Well, yeah, that's what I say. Like you play soccer in California because there's 800 fields per person, and like you're saying, the diversity of not just Hispanic people but Asian people. I mean, all sorts of different races. My dad played soccer when he was in high school. My dad loved soccer. He's one of the few like major American. I'm not major, but like one of the American fans that already liked soccer prior to the Beckham movement in the mid 2000s, where my dad would watch Fox Soccer, the Fox Soccer channel. Like he was always tapped in to the Premier League and the Italian league in the Liga. So he's always loved soccer. We went to a San Jose Earthquake game when I was probably like 5 or 6, something like that. Hot as hell. I remember long as hell. Um, and then 2018, when it was, I think, 2 or 3 years after Minnesota had their team finally expand to the MLS, the LA Galaxy came to play, and that's the year that Zlatan Abramovich had joined them, and that's one of my dad's favorite players. So I bought us tickets to go see them, and the Galaxy won that game. But like, I've always liked soccer off and on, just because my best interest in a lot of things. It's always hard to keep up with things that are going to capture the moment. But mainly, like I had said on that episode with Josh Next, which is a lost episode because copyright forbids us for using it.
Is
That
it?
I, yeah, because we played clips on it.
Oh yeah, I think I still got the audio though.
Um, I had said because my dad was a Manchester United fan, I became a Manchester United fan, and my fandom started to die off a little bit at that era because of the poor choices in their managers. They went from, like I was saying earlier, Sir Alex Ferguson, the greatest Premier League manager of all time, to David Moyes, who shouldn't have been hired, and it was the biggest mistake anyone ever made. But granted, no one's ever going to follow the greatest. then Louis Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and then what really got me out was the Ten Hag and Ruben Amorim era, and that just ended this past season. And they appointed Michael Carrick as their manager just this past week, and he was one of my favorite players at United just because I always liked his underrated, gritty, selfless style. So I'm kind of back on United's bandwagon because the last 3 years I was just not going to waste my time to watch them in their those two managers with their piss poor tactics and the way that they just would sit players that they spent 80 billion pounds on and play them incorrectly, or that they would fucking bash guys like Kobe Mainoo or Marcus Rashford for not being up to their standards despite being the best players on their team. So soccer's always been, or football has always been, a sport that I've enjoyed, but just like it's that thing too where like it can piss you off so much because you only get 90 minutes. That's the thing. Like, and the games can either come on super early on a Sunday, which is great, or in the middle of the week when you're at work. So that's always been my thing, is to like my fandom isn't being as strong because I started following Leeds, which is the soccer team that the 49ers own, legendary club in the 60s, 70s, and they were in the championship up until this past season that which just ended because they had a bad couple of years and then they won the championship and got promoted to the Premier League. So I was more so rooting for them this past season than United, just for that vested interest. But it's that thing where soccer is able to have, or football I should say, is able to have this huge impact because the Champions League, it's probably the best idea in sports. Let's take the 5 best teams from each league and see who truly is the best. So like you rooting for Arsenal, who, won the Premier League this season and had the chance to do the double because they didn't win the FA Cup, but they could have done the double. But Paris Saint-Germain and their rich fucking Middle Eastern money comes in and wins. But at the end of the day, people are always going to complain about penalty kicks. I don't want to see 30 extra minutes of sloppy, exhausted football. Go straight to the penalties. That's the part that's always pissed me off because people always go like, why is it gotta come down? My dad even hates it. Why is it always got to come down to penalties? I'm like, I don't want to see guys run exhausted for 30, especially because you can't sub guys in and out like football and basketball. If that's their goal going forward of like to negate penalty kicks deciding huge games, then allow guys to sub out and sub back in, but say like you can only do that once per guy. One guy's allowed to come in and out of a game. Because overall, like, I'm not. I could say well that's why Arsenal lost, but they subbed Saka, so he was going to be in the penalty shootout. But as people know, Saka had one of the misses in England's 2021-2022 final loss. He, Rashford, and I forgot my other guy who missed those brutal kicks. But like, it is what it is when it comes to penalties. It's also got high stakes momentum because when a goalie actually makes a stop in the penalty kicks, it's like, holy shit, how the fuck did they do that? Because there's only so much time to react. But so why Arsenal? Because to me, Arsenal is a club that I feel a lot of people jump on, not for a negative reason, but just like, why Arsenal? Because I always said, like, if I wasn't rooting for United through my dad, I would have probably rooted for a team like Tottenham or Everton. I would have rooted for a team in the middle.
Terry Henry was my guy.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Fucking
Me, Terry Henry.
This episode is called Viva la Resistance because yesterday the French they're gonna come back and take over the world.
All right, so can I tell this joke? Let me see if I can phrase it properly. So I said to somebody, when our confidants, I said, so you going with Paris, but what would Jeremy say about that being Germany? Because you American. So I said there's too many variables in this, but I guess be Paris. But Terry Henry, Nicholas Batum, and myself walking to a bar.
Basically, you must be French at this point.
Yeah. So what's crazy too? He's more so known for his commentating and his meme. I think that's how kids start to get into soccer. Obviously,
these days,
like believe it or not,
he had only played in the Premier League up until 2012.
Let me see.
I think.
Yeah, because he won the UEFA European title. Premier. He won 2-time pro, so he had to be there for a couple. Let me see.
But I mean, his last couple of years were spent in MLS. He was one of the first few guys to make the big trek post Beckham of like, you know what, leaving the spotlight in Europe to go get the spotlight in America and get a
You mean to go
bigger.
get 300 million?
No, because MLS doesn't. They were paying top guys more money than the regular players, but it was still not as much as they could have made staying at clubs in Europe or clubs in Spain, etc. It was
Yeah.
more so about the them being washed is still better than 98% of the MLS roster. That's more what it was. Is you could go play football at a decent price and not really have to like try and still be good. It it'd be like what the NBA should do with guys like Cousins, or what they should have done. I should say with guys like Cousins and John Wall when like leagues weren't when the teams weren't trying to really play them in 2021, 2022. The the big three should have been like, come over here, fucking put up points, and then show teams that like you still got something to offer if you're not going to get injured.
You know, you
But
just basically said the entire concept of the big three, and that's what he was
that's
trying to
what no, I'm
do.
saying that's what it's trying to. But like the NBA doesn't lean into actually using that. Like they really should try to form some partnership of like, the way that they treated Melo post that Houston Rockets stint. He should just gone to the big three, hoop for a season, and then show teams like, yeah, this guy, which teams probably knew he could still play. It was just more so the politics of it all. But it's a thing of like there has like, or what how they treat the G League, because that's basically what MLS is. It is the G League. Like despite Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez and other top names coming over the last 10 years, like I said, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, it's still really a joke. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about MLS at all.
No, I don't think most people, I won't say I'm a soccer mark at all, but most people that are fans of soccer, they aren't checking for the MLS. It's just good because we can get not even mega stars, these Hall of Famers on our team every now and then. Obviously, they are not going to I think it's Orlando Sentinels. What's Orlando's team?
Orlando.
Because they play at Trash Soccer World Stadium where they had
Well,
WrestleMania at.
here's why the MLS sucks too, because they went from real team names like the Los Angeles Galaxy, San Jose Earthquakes, New England Revolution to LAFC when they brought in the second LA team, Cincinnati FC. Like they just started naming teams the city football club, and it's like you went from like what real sports is with a mascot nickname compare, and then we're like, no, we want to fully copy Spain, Europe, Italy, Brazil with FC. Like, so it's that shitty thing of like, even though you're not Major League Football, you're Major League Soccer. So that's what I mean. Like, it's their politics have always been redundant of how they operate and do things. Like, they signed that deal with Apple TV to be exclusive, and then it's like that deal has been dog shit for both sides because it's like, yeah, no one's gonna pay Apple TV to watch MLS games, even if you're a diehard MLS fan, because they don't fucking exist.
And to be honest, that's why we have those watch sports and all those. It
Mm-hmm.
really was just established for soccer, for
Yeah,
people to
because how
be
are you
able to
gonna
watch.
watch those games in Italy at 5 in the morning? Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it really was made for. Like that's why you see if you go to those sites, it'd be soccer first. It was like
Mm-hmm.
this was made for it. And you can't lead past that. It's like, all right.
Well,
It,
they've tried to the Premier League TV deal with NBC after having like a 50-50 deal with ESPN for a while is what really established Premier League as the top soccer league to pay attention to for Americans, because it's on NBC, it's on Peacock now, it's on USA, it's on all the channels are NBC affiliated, so that's why it's had a higher success rate of US conversion compared to La Liga, Serie A, Ligue 1, which CBS and Paramount have gotten Serie A rights, have gotten the Scottish Premier League rights. La Liga is on ESPN still, and they've tried to branch out like the big Barcelona, Real Madrid games to ESPN or ABC even. But it's just a matter of if you know the names, or if you know it from, like you were saying, video games, FIFA, because that's also the big thing that got people into soccer the last 20 years was FIFA. Like, you didn't know how you you and I have always said this. How do you start to get into a sport? By the video game. That's how you know the names. Like, oh, so and so is fucking dope. Like, who is this? Like, again, you saw Ronaldinho on the cover. Who the fuck is this guy? This guy's raw. Like, all right. And then you watch the highlights. And then again, like this year, when the World Cup comes around, that's when everyone, and I don't mean that in a condescending way, but that's when everyone wants to watch soccer because the patriotism
No,
involved from all angles.
you not. That's not. You're spot on. It's projected for just Dallas alone, 1 million people to go out there.
Yeah.
Then they have it in Atlanta. So I mean, it's the world's most popular sport for a reason. It's the cheapest game to play, even though it's in the suburbs. But you got to think people outside of America that come from third world countries.
Equipment cost is low. They just had that report
Yeah,
about baseball within the past week about how travel baseball is a multi-million-dollar industry. So it's like, how are parents affording this? So it's like they're not, which is why we have very few American-grown players being the top guys in MLB these days. Which is also more so to speak about how great the sport is internationally with Ellie De La Cruz and fucking Shohei Otani, Vlad Guerrero, etc. Um, that there are other aspects, but that's also why people say the NBA is in the shape it's in because they focus more so on taking players from other countries than building up players in their own because the sport just got too expensive with AAU and travel teams and all that. But regardless, it's a combination. I mean, that 2006 World Cup, I remember it being a big deal because that's when everyone got hyped of like, oh, the U.S. And I'm like I only know Landon Donovan and they were like Clint Dempsey's on the news and like there was a crazy clip I saw this past week where Tim Howard, legend, and Landon Donovan were asked if they thought these players were better than Clint Dempsey, and they said not all but one wasn't better than Clint Dempsey. And I'm like, you are out of your fucking minds to say that even the second or third best player on a Premier League team isn't better than Clint Dempsey. I think one of them was Arsenal's Jack Wilshere, and I'm like, Jack Wilshere takes a piss on Clint Dempsey. Like that's not it's not even the same fucking league. Clint Dempsey ran from Tottenham to go to fucking Seattle and play in the MLS. Like, no. Clint Dempsey put up goals at Fulham, but like Clint, no. The third or fourth best guy on a Premier League team is leagues better than Clint Dempsey or any guy on the USMNT roster at that time.
yeah, I agree with you. Um,
But Arsenal, I mean, all right. So again, they're for the longest time they've been the Premier League's whipping boy because they've had good teams, like you
what
said,
do you
with
mean by that?
because it's a team that people again like they get behind, but when they lose, it's the funniest team to lose. Like they've been the Knicks, they've been a team that's had a
Yeah,
storied tenure years and years ago. Like they were again like Henri. When the fuck did Henri last play? In the fucking early 2000s for them. Like it's like the Knicks bringing up, oh, you remember Patrick Ewing? That was the 90s. Like that's so then was the same thing. And I guys like again like Arsene Wenger's approach to managing Arsenal is the same way to how fucking Tibbs was running the Knicks or stuff like that. They kind of mirror each other, which is funny that Josh Hart apparently is an Arsenal fan. And I'm like, oh, even more reasons to hate the fucking Knicks and Josh Hart and all that whole Venn diagram of Villanova guys,
I was just about
the
to say that.
Knicks, Arsenal. It's just the perfect Venn diagram of like, oh, these guys are all fucking losers. And Jalen Brunson's big head and fucking.
Wait, he's an Arsenal fan too?
I don't know, but I know Josh Hart. But it's that thing of like, I think isn't Jalen Brunson an Eagles fan?
I mean,
So that would be
he ain't
another
that
one
far
of
from
like
Philly.
that'd be another check. Like again, like all these guys are like, who who do they vote for? Huh? I want to know who do they vote because that's going to be another check. Like,
Nah, I seen Josh Hart White, brother. He ain't voting that way.
you know, hey, what anything is possible these days.
I
But
know when to meet a season. Pause.
but yeah, I mean, Arsenal's had certain players
No,
that I
let's talk
liked.
about your man's Mister.
Who?
He act like he doing a good interpretation of my accent. Your man's Dan some easers talking about I fucking hate Arsenal.
Well, here's the thing. I root for England when it comes to the Euros and the World Cup. So I like Declan Rice. But
He
Declan
look like you.
Rice.
No,
Son of
I
a
ain't gonna even disrespect you. You look like Gandalf from Zelda.
This was Declan Rice right after the final whistle blew and Paris Saint Germain went back to back in the Champions League. He's just like he's doing a poor imitation of the Joker. Like what's he again that aura for the loss that Stephon Diggs was doing and all these other guys were doing like that was him. and there's all this stuff about like Declan Rice. He's married to his first girlfriend or something like that, but like constantly cheats on her. So it because
What's the issue?
well, it's because it's like, oh, he's so loyal because look at his first love, and she's kind of bigger now. And it's like, oh,
He
look at.
is loyal.
But then like they like after winning the Premier League, they show like him with some skinny chick, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh, he's
you can do that. You can do things when you popping.
true. And again, he just won the Premier League and was days away from competing in the Champions League, and then he'll be
No.
compete. And he was one of the guys that made England's Euro roster, World Cup roster this year.
And the wild thing is, it's 22 years later with the Premier League.
For Arsenal,
Yeah,
since the last time
20,
they won. Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
mean.
22
Well,
years.
and another reason why I got out of the Premier League
Wait,
because
not to cut you off.
oh, go.
You're right. Just like the Knicks, that was 27 years ago.
Yeah, and they've had these close chances again, like the Knicks have had in these last couple of years, or had it during the Melo era. Because at least again, Arsenal I think went back to back FA Cups in 13-14. Because I remember when they were on the championship parade, Jack Wilshere was like, "What do we think of Arsenal?" And then people were like, "Champions." He's like, "What do we think of Tottenham?" And they go, "Shit." He's like, "That's right."
You know what's crazy? You should have kind of known I was a soccer fan because one of my favorite videos ever. I can't. I can send it to you, but
I was trying to think.
Ashley Boys is about the Chelsea player, and they call him that infamous Jamaican term.
Who? I'm trying to think of who they would.
Ashley Cole, he's a very
Oh,
betty
Ashley
boy.
Cole. Ashley Cole was on that Galaxy team. Was Len Abramovich when my dad in that because my dad is like,
Hey,
again, my dad hates.
that's what makes it even funnier because
My dad
LA.
hates Ashley Cole, but he's like, Ashley Cole's looking good out there still for his age. He's like, how old's Ashley Cole?
120 like Joe Louis.
But he was like, he looks a bit bigger than I thought. But yeah, Ashley Cole, a right fucking cunt, as they would all say. Like,
Hey, bro, but the jokes write themselves because West Hollywood, LA Galaxy, Ashley Cole.
and
I
that's
know.
the thing why I love England's Euro teams and World Cup teams because it's like they gather the guys from Liverpool, Arsenal, United, Chelsea, and force them to all be on the same team when these guys would rather stab each other with fucking shanks than play on the same football pitch, which is why they've admitted that they weren't successful in 2002, 2006, 2010, is that they had those loyalties to their clubs, that club mentality over nation mentality, which is why the teams really since the 2018 World Cup have had better success. And I also think Gareth Southgate was doing a proper job of managing those squads compared to the previous regime. But yeah, I mean, and maybe I should have known you've been in soccer because again, that bruv, that lad mentality of shit, right on, oi, like it's kind of like up your alley too, like it is mine, which is why I said like again, like if I was an American, I would definitely want to be English, which is somewhat in my ancestry, but still.
And then like we forgot about the part. Can't enunciate it properly, but the South American League with the Chavez, whatever how you enunciate it.
Yeah, with Liga MX.
You can't go anywhere in LA without seeing that sticker.
Well, yeah, no, I know Chivas was a big thing in my early elementary school years because I'm like, I kind of like soccer. And they're like, Chivas? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the heck is Chivas? They're like, Chivas.
I don't know if Antonio's listening. I'm about to text him. I'm like, I don't want to sound racist, but I thought that was your team at first because he's an Arsenal fan too.
And well, that's why I'm glad again. Like this was a good week for me to start looking forward to soccer again because Pep Guardiola, he's leaving Man City. I'm like, that's right. Get the fuck out of here, Pep. Fuck you. I would stomp you like Billy Bats if I saw you. But Pep, I would just fucking pummel you to the ground. I mean, that's why I would stop fucking with the Premier League because I'm like that. Those Man City teams were so fucking dominant. It's like this is boring. He somehow gets the best South American, the best African, the best Scandinavian, the best German. He picks the right guys on England to add any form, the bright Spaniard and all that, and he builds these super teams. Even though, as we all know, they cheat with their dirty Middle Eastern money because they just continue to spend. They do. They cheat. They've been banned or fined for cheating because it's like, how can you afford all these guys? Huh? We know there's no salary cap, which is another reason why soccer is great in that aspect. Even though it's what's killed baseball, but
Well, now they got their negotiations. That's gonna last a day.
yeah. But
They
the
might.
idea that Pep Guardiola and it's the tactics that make him so good, that tiki taka style, and I'm like, he's got the best players. Like, what do you mean it's the tactics?
And they all cover the left side of the field too.
I mean,
They cover the left side of the field. They got the right guards, the goalies. Shit, no, the goalies be good. I'm trying to think.
but it's if the goalies aren't good, it doesn't matter. He's got the like I said, the
He
whole
got the
front
whistle.
line. Yeah, because it's like again, Erling Haaland, the best Norwegian, Kevin De Bruyne, the best Belgian player for a while, Gagungan, one of the best or top 2 best German players, and then Kun Aguero, one of the best Argentine, or is he? Yeah, or is he Uruguayan? I always forget.
Let me see.
Players. But and they just constantly are able to build these teams. So that's why I'm like, fuck this United shit. Or Man City's running the league. I'm not watching this. Or it'd be Liverpool trying to fight for them. I'm like, fuck Liverpool. I don't take them seriously.
And every time we go against them, bro, we get, I won't say killed, but it's always bad.
But what's funny though, I was rooting for PSG yesterday because I was like, I can't root for Arsenal. No, I don't have a beef with PSG because what they've done again with their Middle Eastern money is the same thing, but at least they fucking sold Mbappe and then went back to back. So they're like, hey, we cut corners financially in a good way. We're not willing to just spend all the money, which is still a crazy thing that like Mbappe, star player for PSG, they get rid of him and win 2 Champions Leagues after not winning a single one with him.
And you know
But
who
to
gets a
see,
lot of hate too? Spurs.
well, that's what I mean. That's why I kind of got like this softness for Tottenham because they had players I liked for a while. Like, again, I'm a Harry Kane defender, but they had Dele Alli was on the rise before his mental health battles got the best of him. Eric Dyer, guys like that. It was like, where the fuck do they find these guys? Again, Kyle Walker went from Tottenham to Man City and won those titles with Pep and them. So it's like Tottenham's always found good players. They had Sonny, the Korean guy who's now in LAFC, and he was good. So that's the thing. I would have rooted for Spurs or Everton, even though I'm a red by nature. In terms of like red's my favorite color, so I would have rooted for United anyway. But like,
Why is red your favorite color?
Because you know what it is, blood. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what you mean? Why is red?
Slow down, Jacob.
but yeah, I mean, to see them losing penalties was just like icing on the cake yesterday. Like, magnifique, as the Paris would say.
Dude, it got to, I want to say an hour. No, 40-minute mark.
Well, they scored early, which is I'm like, shit. Yeah. Arsenal took the lead early,
which is always bad. If Arsenal take the lead within, I want to say 20 minutes, 9 times out of 10 we're gonna lose.
And then they gave up a costly penalty early on, and that could have. I don't think that was a bad call, but it was the whole like.
Did you see the whole too?
What I'm saying, like, it was the omen of like, okay, Arsenal scores first, then they give up the penalty kicks. It's like, now we got to know God ain't on their side anymore.
Yeah. When it came down to that, I said, well, it's over. Like, legit, I was at work and they had the game on. When we got to the penalty, I knew from that, when we got the second one, I said, it's just over. Like, you could just know in sports. Like, I meant to text you and Dot.
You said yesterday we'll get to in the legit next segment, but that dunk on Chet 3 minutes into the game, it was like, oh, this game's over.
The only sports you can't do that with is football. Because one sack could change the game. One interception could change the game totally. So sometimes you can't see it. Like, you can't see what's the best way to say it? You can't tell when a team is getting, well, you could tell, obviously. But you know in certain sports when it's like, all right, they about to get hold tonight. Or they about to get screwed. In football, again, one possession could change everything.
No, I would say the football, there's a lot of factors in it, because I would say that Niners-Philly game, the NFC title game where Brock Purdy injures his elbow, but before that, they let Devontae Smith.
Brock Purdy getting the injury? No.
No, I'm not even trying to make that like, but they let that Devontae Smith catch be a catch when it clearly wasn't, and Kyle Shanahan didn't try to even challenge it, even though he had one. It was like the legit first 10 minutes of the game, and that's one of those where I'm like, if you're gonna let that catch stand and not even try to fight for it being incomplete or not, because it's the NFC title game, you don't want to waste your challenge in the first half, then you're gonna let yourself get hoed, and that's exactly what happened. That was always a thing. I'm like, if they had called that challenge and won it successfully, like it should have been, I think that whole game plays out differently. But the game 7 last night, and like you're saying with that hold and earlier in the day in the Champions League final, yeah, there are those moments where you're just like, momentum ain't on their side, which is why like those were, or like just when you see the matchup listed, I would say more so when it was Spain, England in the Euro 2024 final. I'm like, fuck, England had to get all this way, because I think they went to extra time in the 3 matches prior to the final. And I'm like, that's not a good sign that you have to scrape by to beat the teams you have, and now you're facing the best team with the best young guys and all that, and they lost their way to it. I'm like, yeah, it's just one of those things where like you played your bracket the best you can, but at the end there's a giant on top, which is what we'll see with the finals, because I think that's exactly how it's going to play out, where it's like the Knicks, they did all this work, and it's like, hey, there's one guy on top of that mountain, and literally no one can get over him physically and literally. So,
in the words of Michael Beasley, can't believe I'm quoting him. He said, "It's a million ways to get to the mountaintop, but it's only one view looking down."
yeah.
And this guy is 7'6". He's literally looking down on people.
But no, Arsenal, I mean, will they be able to recover?
If it's a 22-year gap just to get the champions, not saying
Champions League literally is the hardest league to compete in. And
ever.
What I hated too is that they rejiggered and fucked up the where they allowed, was it an extra team or something like that per league within the last 2 years, so that it's like they fucked up the group seeding, and I hated that. When I found that, I'm like, then it's not Champions League anymore. It's this bullshit, whatever it is, just to add more money and more greed. Because there was all those rumors for the last 10 years of Champions League should be the main league. Like the team should just vie to complete Champions League only. And I'm like, no, the whole point of Champions League is like, even the fucking team that finishes third in the Premier League can win Champions League. That's the point of it. Like, that's the appeal, is that you can try hard in your regular season, but try even harder in the super season. So,
yeah. And like you just said, I don't have no rebuttal. That Premier League, dude. I'm looking at Rotherham. I'm looking at Rotherham right now. Spurs, probably year after next, to win the final. And that's insane to say, but Rotherham ain't that far apart. They defenses, they just got to work on their defense.
I don't know, because here's the other lingering factor is, again, PSG went back to back, like I was saying, without Mbappe, who everyone clearly thought was the best player in football, and as Real Madrid can probably attest, like, he is not, because look what's happened to their 2 seasons with him. But now they brought back Jose Mourinho, which is clear like Doc Rivers. You should not do this. This guy's track record for the last 5 teams should show you he shouldn't be your manager of like anything. Right. Because it worked for when they brought back Ancelotti after Zidane left. It's like they brought back Ancelotti and he won fucking 2 more Champions League. And it's like, yeah. And now Ancelotti's going to coach fucking the Brazilian national team and picks fucking Neymar, Neymar gets injured more than Rey Mysterio does these days. Like, that's how fucking insane.
Ain't Neymar. He young, but I was about to crack the joke. But he's 55. That's what I'm saying. He young, but he ain't that young. Because I remember when he first got in the league.
He legit might be between our age.
No, he got to be 37. Neymar no less than 35.
34. So exactly between us. I'm 31. You're 30. Yeah. But he's legit got the body of Chelsea Green. Like every ligament gets injured.
He got no knees. It's going to end in tears over Madrid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's every year. They cry the most, though.
I like that. Real Madrid is, I root for the 2 best teams, quote unquote. I like Real Madrid in La Liga. Because
them and Barcelona cry the most.
I'm sure it's not rooting for Atletico. But
and then Barcelona is definitely the rich get richer
Well, they have all their sanctions on them too, because the way
Yeah.
that they cheated in the transfer market. But they just spent $80 million on Anthony Gordon.
I was about to say they spend a lot of money though.
But now they might be able to afford Marcus Rashford. I'm like, that's right. Bring Marcus Rashford back to United. Bring the lad home. Bring him home. Bring him where he belongs. He belongs in red. That's more Irish, but still. But that was our soccer talk again. Like Banks saying he likes Arsenal. I'm like, why would you like Arsenal? That makes no sense. No sense at all.
Dude, United, Manchester, like you said, you and Pops. I've watched state games, not a fan. Paris, I'm cool. Because I think by
Well, the
default,
United teams of the last 15 years, I don't blame anyone if they're not a fan. Oh, not to be the last 13 years since the last Sir Alex Ferguson season. If you haven't liked any United team, I wouldn't blame you.
yeah, and I just feel like if you are a soccer fan or a mark, you're gonna pick the Premier League. That's a given. Like you said, it's the most popular ever.
It's the easiest to watch too. Yeah.
And then, well, depending on what your family do, you go with the South American market or league. You go with the South American league, depending on your background. Like I ain't trying to be racist, but I'm saying like we're from California. You know how many stickers I've seen?
Yeah, it's either Club America or Chivas. That was the other one. Club America is the CA with the
Yeah, orange
globe around,
or not orange. I'm
around.
sorry, yellow and red.
Yeah.
I used to see CA more. No. I used to see both about equally. But I'll say in the past couple of years before I left, it was CA a lot. Like my neighbors.
And I think Lorena Ochoa played for Club America, the goalkeeper for Mexico, and he was like a god to like all the Mexican guys I've ever met growing up. Ochoa, that was like their favorite.
So he was a Juventud?
No, way better than Juventud.
The Juice, Eddie Guerrero. No, he might just be Rey Mysterio. Let's just keep it at that.
But that was our soccer talk because we got to get into this. Look at how they're looking at this man. Like he's legit the Lion King. He's Simba. They're looking at this man like he came to bring them the glory. He was the rightful heir all along. I mean, it's crazy that this guy's an actual human being. A human being, as you say.
No, Fat Joe said human being.
But legit, everyone has to do this when they're around, and they gotta do my neck when they're around.
I need that photo, dog. I'm about to chat GPT that.
And he's saying this like, yes, we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it for France. We did it for la revolution. We did it.
You know what's crazy? He's one of those people, like I've heard it with myself. The voice don't match the looks. When you see him, obviously
he's kind of got a deeper voice, surprisingly. Yeah.
Like he's a giant, obviously, so he's gonna have some type of voice, but not sound like Paul White.
It would be amazing though if he sounded like Andre the Giant, like Stefan Castle, give me the ball.
Be not boss.
Mitch Johnson, make a substitution. Get me in the game, boss.
Let me ask you about Mitch. I know his background, but if somebody were to tell you he's like Puerto Rican, would you believe it?
Oh, 100%. Look at you, yeah.
Yeah, he's not though, but you know he looks like it. I thought he was Filipino at first.
We gotta do this with like all these guys who are like, as someone said, because again we had to do the Isaiah Hartenstein conversation last week, which is still like, that's crazy. It's crazy when you look again. He's German, German. Sound like a racist.
Yeah, and then me and Amp talked about it on the Monday, or was it? But no, another bonus.
Yeah, no, Mitch Johnson. If someone had said, "Do you think he was Kalo K?" I would have been like, yeah.
And the prices,
Johnson, was that the name he changed from something else, like
Jose Calderon?
But no, he does look, like he's he's Latinx to be specific, yeah.
Or Terrence Howard. He got that thing going on.
He does have a good like Terrence Howard. Hey man, hey, Smokey, why'd you do that?
Hey, this my tape, skinny man. This my tape, man. This my tape, man. But to be fair, you throwing away a demo tape, I will be pissed. But a cassette tape in 2005 is ignorant.
Yeah, well, that's why Ludacris threw that shit in the trash, into the toilet. But no, Wemby last night, First 3 minutes, dunk straight on Chet. Vince Carter, it's over. It's done. Stop the damn match, as Jared would say. Chet checks out mentally, physically. As they said, he only put up 2 shots in the second half. Was it 4 points total for the whole game? And I want to defend Chet, but I can't defend you leaning into like this guy owns you. Like, because he's made it his mission this whole entire season to be specific based off the times that they've matched up in this finals playing out, the Western finals playing out the way it did. But Wemby has made it his mission to be like, don't compare this guy to me. He's not as good as me. He won't ever be as good as me. It's like, stop the conversation just because he's kind of built like me because we kind of play the same. Like, no, it's not even close. It's like the Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler thing of like, don't ever fucking compare Clyde Drexler to me. Like, what? It's the scene in Malcolm X when he cuts the guy. Don't you ever talk about my mother again. That's how Wemby was talking to Chet. Like, don't no. It's no. USA isn't gonna win the gold in the Olympics when it comes around in LA. It's gonna be us. It's gonna be me.
But you know what? Also, somebody said he's a psychopath, which I've been noticing in the playoffs. I'm like, well, no, never mind. Let's go back to this preseason when he went to go fucking do Shaolin monk techniques.
Okay.
I said,
Shaolin,
yeah, nah.
he was with Omi in the
Wu-Tang.
Shaolin Showdown.
Yeah, like, bro, why is you going up to the mountains and you up here, you know what I mean, doing
He
this seven?
saw Game of Death and what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was doing to Bruce Lee and said, I gotta lean into that. Kareem was went on to become the best center of the 70s and 80s after being in a Bruce Lee film. I got to do the same thing.
I mean, he
Despite
played till
already
he was
being
40.
despite already being the best center prior to Game of Death, because you got to remember when he was Lou Alcindor, he was running shit.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if we want to have this conversation, it's a talk of him being the greatest of all time, even though it's Jordan, because Luau got one more MVP.
There was the argument, but it was but I think as people would say, it was so much easier to be a big man in that era. Whereas when basketball started to shift to the 6'5" to 6'8" guys taking over, that's why Jordan stood out more as he dominated the league at 6'6" instead of 7 foot.
Well, also too, him and Steph are the only guards I've seen, even more so than Kobe, God bless, where they dominated like they were big men. Like
Yeah,
Kobe,
but that's what I mean because
Kobe,
the game shifted to like these big guys are too slow,
yeah,
um, can't compete, can't do all that. Like they're rigid and flat footed and all that. Like, and again, at that point, they were starting to get more injury prone with Ralph Sampson and Sam Bowie. That a center became like a liability at that point, which is why,
right.
like you were saying, which is why people still want to give Kareem credit for playing into his 40s, like you said, because it's like you would think a guy at that age, at that size, that position shouldn't be playing anymore. He still was.
Well, it also helped when you got Urban Magic Johnson passing you the rock. So a
But
6'9" guy
it's not like
going
he
through the
hadn't won
gantlet.
anything prior to Magic though. He had won that one title in Milwaukee and
Yeah.
had been I think he was a 2 or 3 time MVP by that point already.
If I'm not mistaken, two. No, 3, because he got 6. He got 3, if I'm not mistaken. We got phones, but I'm gonna try to go off memory. He got 3 when he's with the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken, and then he got no. Yeah, it gotta be 3 on both sides because in that 70, when did he get in the league? He got in the league at
I
71.
think it was a 70. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
70, 71 from UCLA. Again, if people want to say he's the greatest of all time, I'm not going to refute what you're saying because he's won the high school from Harlem. He's won with the great
Yes.
John Wooden in UCLA. He won 2 national titles with God rest the dead Bill Walton. So he
Yeah,
won
like I
2
said, he
national
won.
titles.
He went 3 for 3. He won 3 in Milwaukee and 3 in LA. He literally went from Rookie of the Year his first year to MVP,
Yeah.
which is what people thought Wemby's trajectory was going to be last year if he didn't get the health scare and all that. And
It was the
yeah,
word.
now why?
So all of a sudden, not saying this can't happen, the blood class is gone. You know what it was? He's trying to get rid of his old skin. It was trying to come back because he is in fact the alien.
Oh my. Okay.
I seen 2 games.
Take that to wiretap. Here we go. Take that over to. I don't want to hear this nonsense.
No, but all jokes aside, a dude 7'6" is not supposed to be doing a turnaround
His
jumper.
blocks are just like it was funny seeing guys try to go into lane. He's just like arm extended and like
You know what's crazy? That's blocking 1-on-1. The way he does
like
it.
it's just go gadget.
Yeah. His blocking skills is blocking 1-on-1. It's before it gets around the rim, block. It's get your hand up as much as possible. That's the art of blocking. Just get your
Like,
hand up as much as possible.
And then guys are still trying to shoot over it. I mean, Shea tried to and did make a few shots kind of within Wemby's vicinity, but still, I mean, but that game as a whole, you could tell because what the Spurs had also was it 4 steals in the first 6 minutes, something like that. Like
they forced they forced 4 turnovers. SGA, he couldn't even keep the rock.
Yeah, you could just see like they were in pickpocket mode that first quarter. Like they
let me say this real quick too.
Go ahead.
Real quick, my fault. Let me also this. And I'm not the biggest Kobe fan ever, but people was trying to allude that if SGA won the title after 2 MVPs, he was going to be better than Kobe. Dog, let that man rest. It's over. Second greatest shooting guard of all time. It ain't no James Harden. It's over, bro.
I agree with what Jeff Teague was saying that if he had won MVP, Finals MVP, and a championship again, if he went back to back with all 3, then he would be in the top 3 point guards. He would have passed Isaiah Thomas, Zeke. He would have passed.
And the wild thing is, he's not even a point guard.
I mean, he is though. He is the primary ball handler on his team. Yeah, his style isn't assisting.
I hate this positionless basketball stuff. He's a 2, but I get what you mean.
But a point guard is a primary ball handler, which is what he is.
But he's the guard. He plays like a guard though.
But every guard's a guard now because, like you were saying about James Harden being the best 2 guards since Jordan Kobe debate about him and D Wade and all that. James Harden handles the ball like a point guard does. So it's that conundrum that basketball has created, much like how the NFL has tried to copy that with like it's not a defensive end, it's an edge. It's not a this, it's a that anymore. But the guy who's dribbling the ball up the court the most is the point guard, no matter what. Like Ben Simmons was the point guard for the Sixers when he was there for them, despite being.
No, he wasn't a point guard. He was a pass guard because he couldn't score.
Well, that's why it's always like they should have phrased things differently. But yeah,
like the great AI said.
Well, that's why it should be. It should be ball handler, shooter, wing, and then center. Like that's what it should be.
Yeah,
because again, the way that Wemby and Chet play, they don't play center as much as they want to play. Again, it's not power forward because they're skinny as hell. So the power forwards back in the 80s and 90s had the fucking Kevin Willis arms, had the like, damn, you've been lifting like.
Well, that's why they was ball too. They was taking the gimme, brother. That's exactly what it is, ball. Or when they get hurt, it'll be massive injuries, but it'll take a while for them to get hurt.
Yeah,
and then that's why they all look old.
Moving.
And they all took the gimmick. That's why they got old fast. Like with Chuck. Chuck was just taking the gimmick. He wasn't working out properly.
No, I wouldn't believe if he took it or not because he was too fat.
Let me tell you something. Was Pat taking the gimmick? Yeah, because his knees was already cooked when he left Georgetown.
Well, he was also 28 when he was at Georgetown.
He ain't African. He's Jamaican. They don't lie about their age.
Look at his face.
Lord,
he had Greg Oden face.
He's Jamaican. How do I say this properly without sounding offensive? He's Jamaican, bro. They just look old. They come out the womb looking old. Oh, yeah, say? Man, not old. Me season.
Me not old. Me 23.
Yeah, like I've never seen a youthful looking Jamaican. Except for Shensia. Shensia, me love you.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
No, kind of. You might want to go take a break and look how Shensia
You got ass, I know. Okay, all right. Is that what you want to eat?
She got face too.
Yeah, because that's what you pay attention to.
No, she is pretty, but yeah, yeah, I shouldn't see it.
But the rest of the game, that was a. That's like I had just heard the episode when they were talking about. I heard this Watch the Throne, and when Joe said, "Of course I had a G. I'm a G. Ain't no shock." Like and Amp said,
That was a
"That's
good shot.
green.
Yeah,
That's green, but that's good."
that was a good shot. He J.R. Smith that.
Yeah, you said, but but that game was also full of like the Thunder showing their cowardice because when Stephon Castle jumped up for that easy layup and Alex Caruso tried to do a flapjack to him, it was like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing, Alex Caruso? Why are you playing like a bitch right now? You legit try to grab the man and throw him.
Yeah, I hated that so much. And this coming from a guy like Hard Fouls, but he grabbed him, like you just said, out the ground. And Stephon, aka John Amos,
She
just
does a
looked at him.
Molina. She does a Molina roam.
Dog, well, most Jamaican women can do that. Hold on, man. But she's different. Now going back, Rome, don't get me to think about Shansia. It's gonna turn to a different podcast. Davis, have you ever seen Dream Girls before?
No, I've told again that, and that pisses Kiki off is that I've never seen Dream Girls.
Have you at least seen a clip?
No,
Jimmy...
I haven't seen any real footage of Dream Girls.
All right, so represents. Please watch that movie, or at least watch Eddie Murphy parts when he plays Jimmy.
All right, so that again, as people forgot, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? We said we're gonna start doing the BVD movie club. Our first movie is gonna be Scarface, and then Banks and I are gonna give each other a movie to watch after that. So that way, you viewers can watch with us as we chat about the movie. Because again, NBA is about to be over soon. The WNBA is at least going, but you and I don't. Our baseball teams are proper shit right now.
Yeah, I'm not watching baseball till like July or August.
Football is over. I mean, we'll have the World Cup, so football's not over. Never mind. We'll get into our World Cup bag. But yeah, we'll need to be starting to talk about some and wrestling as we'll get into. Whew. But
I'm cool. We got summer movies coming out.
So we'll watch Scarface. You want me to watch Dreamgirls? That means I got to get a movie for you to watch then. If that's your.
I mean, your favorite movie is Brokeback Mountain, so I ain't watching that.
I do like Brokeback Mountain, even though it's an unintentional comedy. A lot of those shots are like, oh, come on, they weren't serious with this, were they? No, I legit watched that movie with my girlfriend at the time, and there were times I wanted to laugh.
Which one?
Like, the one from the famous story. So. There are times I wanted to laugh because I'm like, this is kind of corny. This is kind of like over the top. Like, and not even an over top. I'm like, do they know that this kind of looks silly? Like, but I love the Opie Anthony review of the Brokeback Mountain trailer with the I wish I could quit you. What gay men talk like that? I wish I could quit you. That you some bitch. I love you, goddamn it. Like,
it's a lot of that going on where I'm at right now working.
Oh, they play, as Conor McGregor would say, I don't know what Nate Diaz said about Conor McGregor. They play touch butt on the beach. You don't remember when he said that back to him? Nate, again, I was putting Kiki onto the best of Conor McGregor's press conference because I showed her when he told Rafael dos Anjos, when you fight me, you go home. Your wife, she breaks out the red panties. Baby, we did it. Baby, we made it. We ain't got to work ever again. She breaks out. It's red panty night. And then I showed her the when he was at the official press conference on Rafael dos Anjos. He said, I showed up with this outfit looking like El Chapo, feeling like El Chapo, dressing like a Mexican. Yeah. Like that's what he was saying, just fucking on one. But no, Nate Diaz like, and this guy, he's over there playing touch butt on the beach with this guy, and with I don't scare me like he was doing all that.
No, you got to say stuff like that when you lose in the promo war. You can't go bar for bar.
He wasn't wrong though. He wasn't wrong when Conor McGregor was being movement trained by Ito Portal. It was a lot of stuff where people were like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on with this guy?" Like,
yeah, that ain't no damn keto.
No, the guy's name was Ito.
No, keto, the technique that Steven Seagal was famous for doing.
That fat, fake Italian Native American motherfucker wasn't doing anything.
He's
He
not
was doing
Italian.
Edo. He was doing Edo, as in eat everything in sight. That's what he was doing.
Steven Seagal is not Italian. He
was.
is Native American adjacent.
No, he's not. He's
Adjacent.
Italian. He's Italian.
Bro.
He's
You know
that
what?
spaghetti paisan motherfucker. He's Italian.
I'll say this, you might be right because I found out Rhino is Italian and he from Detroit, so I guess they got Italians in Detroit.
What's his last name? Terry Gorey or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks Italian. And he was eating spaghetti with Heath Slater backstage, so of course he's fine. Again, see? He's fucking Italian. That's who I can't rate to root against in the World Cup. These fucking Italians and all that.
Wait, hold on. Do Rhino look Italian?
Yes.
No, he looked Mexican.
Fucking goatee? No, he looks Italian.
He looked like one of my homeboys.
Egyptian on Bailey on Wiretap. I didn't mean to do that because I thought she was.
Built.
But yeah, Rhino definitely looks Italian.
Yeah. Well, we found out Taz. Well, him and Taz look like they got the same amount of 10 years.
I mean, but Taz also has. It's the same.
I thought Taz was Filipino when I was younger.
But it's the same thing that's happening to Chad Gable right now, where Chad Gable's skin is just red. His skin is just so red, it's like you couldn't tell he was a white guy.
Dog, Minnesota, bro. He ain't used to the sun.
But it's official. A finals rematch, 20 plus years in the making. Spurs,
27.
If you want to hear Nick's breakdown, go to Black Announce Table. Go over, hear them talk about. I remember Lance Thomas. You know what? Fuck Lance Thomas. Fuck Kevin Knox. Fuck all those guys. Who gives a fuck about the Knicks?
Frank Ntilikina.
They took Frank Ntilikina. That's what. And these Knicks fans want to be like, yeah, we was building a squad back in the day. Yeah, no, you weren't. Tim Hardaway Jr., get the fuck out of here, Tim Hardaway Jr. and fucking all that.
Bro, Cody don't even. Well, Cody don't like nothing, but he don't like the Knicks, right?
But even again. The city needs us. Fuck New York. I piss on New York.
Man, I'm gonna get on E-Pad because he said he was a Clippers fan 3 years ago. I remember that.
That's because they had Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. That's why.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm a Clippers fan." I said, "Okay."
But no, the Knicks again. Fuck them. Fuck again. But here's what happened. I gotta pull this up. Look at this. From Kings Moves on Twitter, Halliburton, traded by the Kings, went to the finals with the Pacers. Mike Brown, fired by the Kings, just made the finals with the Knicks. And Kings trade De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs. He's made the finals. The Sacramento Kings, as I said on Wiretap, you and I have been talking about numerous times over the course of the show, the most incompetent team in the NBA. They should be banned. They should be moved to Vegas or Seattle.
Don't do that to Vegas or Seattle.
They should be sold to a different owner because this is ridiculous at this point. 3 for 3.
3 for 3, dog. They gave Kevin Martin to the Rockets, and I think he made an All-Star team.
No, when they traded him after his All-Star season.
And then DeMarcus Cousins, we forgetting about him. He was an All-Star, and they got rid of him.
And DeMarcus Cousins didn't get injured in that second year in New Orleans. Anthony Davis probably stays, and they start going for a run. But Cousins tearing his Achilles that second season in New Orleans fucked up the NBA because those two together with Drew Holiday, and if Rondo decides to stay there, they could have ran some shit.
Yeah, because that was a nice-ass team. They got past the Trailblazers the first round without DeMarcus. And then when they both,
they were the perfect combo because Anthony Davis didn't want to play inside. DeMarcus Cousins this is where I eat. That's
dude. I think for a couple of games they both was averaging like 22.
It was I think they averaged. It was like combined they were going 50 and 25 or something like that. They were legit ravaging over 40 and over 15 rebounds in a lot of those games.
And like 3 blocks between the two.
But yeah, so this am I even going to watch this finals? No, because I can't watch any Knicks game. I can't watch Jalen Brunson try not to do this with his head while dribbling, because it's so hard to keep on. Well, and Josh Hart and fucking all those other guys, Mitchell Robinson, who broke his finger and they didn't explain how.
Bro, he
Okay.
always hurt. He probably was just picking up a
Yeah.
sandwich and injured his finger.
Well, he's probably picking up his MAGA hat because that's what he is. See, that's
Really?
what I mean. That's why, yeah, that's why I was saying that you can't count out Josh Hart because they said Mitchell Robinson's on that time.
Oh, so he Jackson Dart copy.
Jackson Dart's white, so you would expect it. Mitchell Robinson is a black man. Him and
I
Jonathan
expect.
Isaac are on that same time.
Let me tell you something. You just named another dude. They look like they would fit the description
So, oh, and I'm the racist. Why would they fit that description?
because they don't get no edge ups. When the last time you seen Jonathan Isaac get an edge up? They
When was the
got
last time you
barbers
saw
on
him play
Orlando
basketball?
when he got the Christian shoes.
And when was that?
Yes,
Exactly. Because as
23. That's when he was
Jeff
going
Teague and
crazy at
BN
the
said about
church.
Jonathan Isaac, like he's getting paid $50 million to not play. Like that's the best career of all time. You signed a $50 million deal and haven't played since.
And he giving 10% to Jesus. I don't think Jesus wants your millions,
Uh,
dog.
he's giving it to Jesus with the red eyes. What he's giving it to.
He giving it to a pastor that's giving him to Jesus.
But who do you got? Spurs or Knicks?
Come on, man. Spurs and 6, dog. I'm gonna give you the stat line right now, man. I think I could
You,
bet where I'm at right now.
he's
I think I get the prize
you're
pick.
gonna say Wemby's gonna have the Timothy Mozgov and 93 points, 43 rebounds, 12 blocks with the stat line.
No, this psychopath again. That's what I wanted to say. He is a psychopath from meditating at the mountains to saying my quote. He stole that from me. I want to win so bad that I can't live without it.
Okay, all
I
right.
said, yeah, this kid gonna be all right, bro. So I'm gonna give y'all the stat line right now because I got to do prize picks or underdog. It's gonna be he gonna average 25, 12, 2 blocks a game.
Why you think Kitty Cat's scared to guard him?
Dude, God is scared of God and Wemby. He gonna be all you know, and then
He's
as
Chuck
soon as
Norris.
he, if he kick you, it's gonna be worse than Chuck Norris. Imagine Wemby hitting you with a full kick, a roundhouse
With a
kick.
fool. But you should see it coming because it's going to take 4 days for that leg
10
to swing
minutes.
around. And
Ain't no priority sending. It's first
I swear,
class.
like, all you got to do is catch and just go, like, and switch the goal. The limbs break the other way. Like,
Bro, his legs might be the size of a damn folding chair. That ain't gonna happen, dog. But every time he try to go up, Kitty
that's
Cat,
what,
he gonna be like, foul.
yeah. Again, that clip of Jeff Teague saying, cat fouling because it's on purpose. Tibbs, switch! Like, because he doesn't want to guard DeMarcus Cousins. That's what he's probably going to do with Wemby. He's like, don't make me guard him. No,
Bro, I ain't
no.
say that. Everybody be calling him that. It ain't me.
He's the kitty cat.
I'm not calling him no bodega cat. You already know he gonna every time he gonna oh my god, because he fat too, so he gonna be tired, bro. You gotta chase after a 7'6" dude that run like a deer. Good luck, and you fat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's why I think it also kind of when he hurts them. The only way that he hurts them is when De'Aaron Fox is like, zoom, zoom, zoom up the court. Wemby's kind of like, because you can tell De'Aaron Fox at times like, fuck, just let me run, because he can even in the half court he runs faster than everyone.
Dude, he is fucking. I think people forget when he was in Kentucky how fast he is.
No, everyone always admits like this guy's. But it's like when you just actually see it happen, it's like true. And that's how I was feeling about Edgecombe in the Sixers Celtics series when he was just able to get straight to the hoop at any time he wanted. I'm like, fucking hey, this guy's almost like 2005, 2006 Dwayne Wade. Like, holy shit.
And with De'Aaron, it's scary because he'll switch hands.
Well, he's
He
left-handed,
going down
yeah. So
lane.
that's yeah.
He'll switch hands while he going down the lane. And when he's about to go for a layup, he'll switch hands. I'm like, dude, you can't guard that. And they didn't even get the whistle last night on certain plays that he was doing. Maybe because they didn't see it. They reacted to was
I
like,
think
oh, he
because
was
they
already
were
there.
just the way that they made that was not really a bad ref game as some other ones in the past. Like that's why I think again OKC got shook so early on is when they got pickpocketed the way that they did, and then when they were letting them actually be physical because there were 2 or 3 times when like guys were on the ground trying to get the ball and the refs were just letting them go at it. That's where I'm like, OKC's in the head of like shit. We really got to beat these guys straight up now, and that's when they were in their own heads about then we can't do it. And again, Jalen Williams was injured, but he's been injured how many times this season? So they can't lean on that excuse when he's been injured throughout it.
Right.
But if he
Also, we keep
plays, it's much like Jason Tatum had played in that game 7. Do the Celtics lose to the Sixers? Or if Luka had played for the Lakers, does that help them? Or if Ant, again, it's injuries. It's the sport. It happens.
Well, that and Jason was won the titles. J Dub and then won the title last year, dog. Y'all still young, man. Y'all gonna win another title if y'all stay together.
Which they probably will, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, if they decide to move Chet because they feel like he'll be the expendable one because of the bad PR, and if they feel like he can be replaced more easily than Jay will and the other pieces, and like I said last week, then maybe the point of Chet is he needs to be like a real scorer on the team instead of the role that they have him doing now.
I'm gonna make a prediction. They send him to the Wizards, dog,
For
for that
who?
draft for that draft pick.
No,
Is
because at
they
that
people have been talking about it. People have been talking about how
no,
OKC is
no, I
trying to
mean
get AJ
they would have to get
for
AD
J
back.
Dub.
Oh, Jade. No, I'm saying eight.
So
Like to get
no,
rid of
no,
Chet.
go
No, to
ahead.
get rid of Chet, they have to take back a big contract because Chet's
Yeah,
extension kicks in this coming season.
yeah,
So
and I
that
think
means
AD on his last year, or he got 2 years left on his deal.
I think the point of the trade was he'll be up this season because the point was Dallas wasn't going to give him the extension after the trade, especially after Nico got fired, is that they weren't going to give him the extension, which is why they just traded him to Washington. So then because Washington's like, if he doesn't sign with us, that's okay because we'll just eat the last year of the contract and let him go because we're Washington and we have all the money to spend because no
What's
one's signed here.
what's Giannis deal look like?
We did this 2 weeks ago with Jalen Brown. Remember, because for them straight up, it's able to happen. Why you think Giannis for Chet?
I'm thinking about it, but I gotta see how the contracts add up. My thing is, would Milwaukee take that deal? You got to, because they're writing on the wall for him to go. He said I was ready to play. He said that for a month. They didn't let him play. He wanted to play on the same team as his other brother. They didn't let him play. That's because they're trying to preserve him to be traded. Um, and so the writing is on the wall for him to go. Now people keep saying the Knicks is
Well,
rumored to try to pick him up, but then
Giannis's deal is 3 years, 54. Like I said, Chet his extension kicks in, so it could realistically work. But I think it has to happen after the Chet extension fully starts. Because
yeah,
the Chet
because
deal is something like 240 or something like that combined. I mean, total.
my thing is, let's say the Knicks, well, when the Knicks lose the finals, they might hit the panic button and be like, all right, let's see if we get a cat for Giannis because we were
That's
that
not
close.
enough. That's not
That's what I'm
enough.
saying.
Because
They would have to get rid of him, I think, and OG.
no, the whole team has to go because the only players you could keep would be Giannis and Brunson because they have no picks. Brooklyn has all their picks from the Mikal Bridges. So everyone, that's why it's an impossible trade. Milwaukee's not going to give Giannis up to the Knicks for what, 4 role guys for OG, Mikal, Josh Hart, and what that they're not going to take all that back for Giannis.
Right. And then it's like, I think Giannis, this is last year's deal. Like, hey, dog, just wait it out on
No, I
free
just said he
agency.
has 3 years, 3 years, 54
Yeah, my
million.
fault. I misheard you for a second.
No,
So
it's just like
they would have to trade
that's
him.
why it's ridiculous for him to like try to go to a team that if he wants to go to a team that's like that's not going to all the pieces are going to get given up for you. Like people are saying he should go to Portland and him and Dame run it back there because
Hell no.
no, because Portland has young guys picks to give up. So it because Milwaukee can't just give Giannis up for role guys. Like the only reason the AD trade worked is it was Randall, Hart, Lonzo Ball, and what 2, 3 first round picks. So that's why they were willing to do it because they were getting a young guy in Lonzo. Julius Randle was what he was at that time, which was like 20 and 8, and then they got 2 first round picks. Like boom, like that's. But if New York has no first round picks because Brooklyn has them all, then you can't give anything up to get Giannis. Because why is Milwaukee going to take OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Mikal Bridges?
Right. Um, with me, man, I'm not big on whole trade thing, but you could tell that they don't mess with each other. But dude, if it was me, look, let's have a conversation this summer, see how we can figure this out. Obviously, no great player wants to come over here because it's Milwaukee. No disrespect, but can I don't know. Like, can I get stake in the ownership of the company or the team?
It's just like the Miles Garrett thing we talked about. You signed that deal knowing damn well you were going to be stuck.
Right, because it's like anywhere else. I mean, obviously they know more than us, these people in these offices, but in the real case scenario of the consumer, I don't see how it will work with him in any team right now.
That's why I was saying a team like Portland or a team like that has young guys and their own picks to give up, or another team's picks at least too. Like the way that the Hawks finessed teams and the way that the Spurs finesse teams is working out. Like, but that's why the Spurs at this point shouldn't even consider not Giannis, because if you made it to the finals with this team, why should you trade De'Aaron Fox? Like, keep
Yeah,
De'Aaron Fox as long as Dylan Harper's deals are on the rookie deal. You're going to be able to run the fucking table with that. And Stephon Castle's rookie deal, like,
dude, that's crazy. The fact that this team, they not rookies, but you got sophomores on this team, and you got a rookie on this team. You got a 9-year vet being De'Aaron Fox, and you got, I mean, a generational player. But for it to happen this fast is crazy. But what's going on, Chloe? But you got people that buy into the ideal. Like we
well,
hear this whole
that's
Spurs culture, but
exactly.
these young guys in this generation, man, I don't give a, you would think they'd be like, man, I don't give a fuck about that. It's San Antonio, ain't no bitches out here, and we'll be woo.
Hey, they've been trying. You see behind Mitch Johnson, they put some like big titty woman behind him. It's I think it's a fucking uh, a setup. I think they're plants, but still,
But
whatever they're doing is working.
because you hear people talking about San Antonio is not kicking, they hooping though.
Maybe that's the point.
They just buy into, I guess,
But that's
Spurs
also why
culture.
Tony Parker was still in his teammates' wives because there was nothing to do. And that was another thing as to why Arsenal should have lost because Tony Parker was on the fucking Champions League pre-show with Thierry Henry, and after I'm like, I fucking hate the French. I hate the French so as much as I hate the Italians because Thierry Henry and Tony Parker on the same set. I'm like, get them out of here. I can't stand the French. These bald fucking motherfuckers who are like, we. Like, no.
And cigarettes. Real quick, Chloe's right. With San Antonio, look, they're not a big market team, but people know who the Spurs are. Obviously, Wemby had the jersey on when he was little. And the irony, he got drafted to the team and about to be a champion. Uh, so they aren't the most popular team, but you do meet Spurs fans, and you hear how they were so boring during the 2000s. But yet, when they're in the finals, like the 2014 finals, which is, yeah, that was the last time they was in the finals. That was 12 years ago. It's just you see it and you like, okay, I want to watch it. The Knicks obviously be in the finals. People are going to watch because of that. Last year was a fucking disgrace. I have not been upset about the finals since the Spurs and the Pistons. I said this is stupid. OKC versus the
No,
Pacers.
you know what? I was pissed when it was. You weren't pissed when it was Cavs Warriors 48, because that's why I really started to tune out of the
No,
NBA
because
when it
Bron and
was.
Steph was there.
No, I was so bored by Cavs Warriors. It was so because you knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, but look who it was: three, four, five Hall of Famers on the court. Six,
That
I'm
shit was
sorry,
boring when they're all on one team and the other has one.
but it gave you the idea that maybe LeBron could do it, even though it's impossible.
No idea again. Are you mental? What do you mean idea? One
Hey,
guy
that's
versus
that
again
2018 LeBron.
Kevin Durant Hall of Famer, Steph Curry Hall of Famer, Andre Iguodala Hall of Famer, Draymond Green Hall of Famer, Klay Thompson Hall of Famer. On the other side, LeBron James.
Kyrie, Kevin
No,
Love.
I'm saying for the last two.
Okay, 2018. Yeah, it was it Jordan Clarkson? Jordan Clarkson, George Hill. I want to say Jay Crowder. I
Kyle
don't think
Korver. Like
Kyle
again, like
Korver.
Jarris, Iman Shumpert, like again, like these team, like all these
Wait, K
guys,
Love
like
was there. I swear, K Love was there.
yeah, he was, but that's like
Yeah,
these team, like that.
Tristan
That's really
Thompson.
why I started to not care about the NBA when it was fucking predicted from the earliest preseasons. Cavs Warriors. No matter how hard Boston tried, how hard Toronto tried, how hard Atlanta tried it was going to be the same fucking matchup over and over again, like it's WWE. Like we're just going to give you the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over
Well,
again.
guess what, people? We about to get the bloodline over and over again. Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Here it comes.
But
And then I just seen a video, Roman Reigns looking at Cody Rhodes. Oh, they're about to do it. They're about to do the
because they're
tiebreaker.
scared of the easiest fucking program in fucking history, which is Obafemi and Roman Reigns. But they're like, whoa, we gotta wait. But then Obafemi's gonna tear his fucking triceps in 3 months, and it's not gonna happen until next year's WrestleMania.
And it might not even happen next year.
No, there will be a WrestleMania next year. Just won't probably be in Saudi, as we've been saying.
Yeah, but they probably won't even do it then.
Yeah, because he's scared to book Bianca versus Rhea Ripley, so he'll be scared to book Oba versus Roman. But I don't want to get into wrestling just yet because I sent you this video and you haven't laughed at something this hard in a long time. But so what happened earlier this week was a suspension. And who was suspended? A fucking dog was suspended. The Tulsa Drillers, which is the Dodgers AA affiliate, has a bat dog. So the players hit the ball, drop the bat, they send the dog out there, pick up the bat, bring it to the dugout, which kind of cute, you know. Dogs are easy to train, as we've seen in movies. You know, you can train dogs for stunts and etc. Like in John Wick, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, all that. So like, why don't we try it for baseball? So when Kendall George runs across home plate after a guy's, drove him in, the bat runs out there and Kendall George leaps out of the way and hurts his left patellar, is what they said. And now they've suspended the dog for injuring the guy, which, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. When I sent this to Banks, I said, "See, when I see a dog, I grab it." And that's what Kendall George probably wanted to do the second that dog was running at him and injured his leg was, give me that fucking dog. Like, give it to me. But you sent 4 voice notes laughing your ass off about this story. What was so funny about it, Banks? Noted dog hater, Banks?
Oh, they're about to get me out the way for saying that. For me being accused of being a dog hater.
You
Dude.
hate you again. I know you hate dogs. I never knew you liked Arsenal, but I know you hate Dags, as the Brits call them, Dags.
Yeah, unless it's a pit bull, I don't really like, or Rottweiler, I don't really like them. But look, Goodwill still on Kindle. I feel bad because I laughed, but dude, you could just.
You said, "Holy shit!" Do you remember the South Park episode where they go hunting and they're like, "It's coming right for us," when the animal's perfectly innocent, but that was legit. Like, it's coming right for us when that dog comes running out the dugout.
He's trying to avoid the dog.
He tried to fucking leapfrog it like he's Okada, and he turned into Shane McMahon at WrestleMania in LA, where he boom, my leg, it's gone, shit.
That's the best part. The dog was coming straight at him.
And again, I've tried to read like how many articles to find out if it's a legit. I'm always bad with dog breeds, but this looks like a German Shepherd, right?
Yeah, that's a German Shepherd.
So it's already got the racist annotation with a German Shepherd. So that's where I'm like, is already saying this was a hate crime that this dog committed? Because Kendall George is a black man. So I'm like, was this the Chappelle show about racist animals? Like, of Rin Tin Tin was the dog, right? That they used in the KKK rally, or was it? Yeah.
And the horse.
Shit, do you know there's a Wishbone documentary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, they owe Renamax some money.
I was about to say, I was scrolling through Apple TV where it's like new movies, and it said, "Where are you, Wishbone?" And I'm like, what? I would have heard Amber Banks talk about this because they are the #1 Wishbone advocates according to social media.
That's why I said, hey, they owe us some money, dog. I'm about to tell Ann we got to sue, bro. We got to get the lawyers.
Yeah, or at least y'all got to review it or something. But
What if they got
still,
the clip from Random Acts in the Wishbone
that would be.
documentary?
I mean, it's a great clip because your voice in the background saying he got the Arthur Morgan, and Amp's editing with his paw on the tree again, like. I mean, why it's like he was stopping slavery. It's like, why was he stopping that whip? I never saw an episode of Wishbone. Honest, I never saw any Wishbone episodes. But when I saw him, like, this is real? Like, what do you mean Wishbone?
Yeah, he was in the Civil War, dude, and he had the little musket.
407 years ago, Wishbone was in.
They have him. If my memory serves me correct, it's been 20 plus years at least.
What was that? What was that Cartoon Network show? Oh, where the guy with the Cyclops style outfit and the robot and the little kid traveled through time. Do you remember that show?
Barely. I think what
Oh,
year was it? You remember the year?
it was probably like early 2000s. I can't remember, but it was like a C3PO type robot, a guy in a Cyclops X-Men Cyclops type of suit, and a little kid, and they were like traveled time together. Let me see.
It vaguely sounds familiar because I was watching Ed, Ed, and Eddie, Dexter's Laboratory. Uh, and then No Swim was about to
Time
come on.
Squad. Of course, it's something that fucking easy.
Let me see.
This. Like I said, he's a pure Cyclops ripoff, and that's like a pure C3PO ripoff. And the kid basically looks like
Oh, this is the
fucking.
Mandela effect. I don't remember that.
You don't remember Times? Oh, I remember this because the whole thing
Oh
was
no.
like they, yeah, the dim-witted Buck Dud Trussell, the F-Fit robot Larry 3000, and the history buff orphan Otto Osworth as they travel back in time to correct historical figures who'd gone off track. It was only 26 episodes.
Okay, I think I do remember this now, dude. I think I remember this. Yeah, it's just I couldn't name you an episode.
But Wishbone was he was placed in moments in history. That was his thing.
Yeah, so he would be placed in certain moments, like he was part of Civil War. That's when they was like, Wishbone, go on, get this letter across the field. And then he'd get across the field, then he'd
Like he's
help.
fucking Warhorse.
Yeah, then he helped the homies out. Then that's when they gave him the blower. Uh I think he was a pirate at one point. Wishbone was Jamaican, though. He had a lot of jobs.
Oh, okay. Here y'all go with that easy joke.
No, Wishbone, bro, he probably was Haitian. He had side families too. Uh, but he had a bunch of jobs, bro. What else did he do? It's been y'all gotta forgive me, but it's been legit 20 shit, 28, 29 years since I seen the episode of Wishbone. He died in '01, so yeah, it's been that long.
And
What else
then
he
earlier
doing?
this week too, I still wasn't sure if the story was real.
Didn't he march for Martin Luther King?
Um, but a dog was responsible for shooting a woman. Um,
Okay.
yeah, somehow the dog triggered the shotgun, which had a live round chambered to fire, damaging the vehicle, striking the female passenger. This was in Nebraska, so that's why I wasn't sure if it was real or not. So something's up where the dogs they're on their Caesar shit. We're like, it's time to take over. It's time. This world is harsh for the taking. We're injured. we're injuring baseball players. We're shooting Nebraska women.
Is the woman alive? I feel bad for laughing.
Yeah, it just said injurings.
How did the dog get this? How did the dog get the
But the funny,
shotgun?
I had forgot this, but there was a legit 30 Rock subplot once where Jack Donaghy was dating a woman that was shot by a dog earlier in her life. Yeah.
So the dog got the shotgun with his mouth and let it rip.
Or it just like, yeah, pulled the trigger somehow.
Why did the dog pick up the gun? I got questions.
I don't know, Banks. I'm not the dog.
You ain't Dr. Doolittle?
I didn't want to make an easy who let the dogs out joke because that's he's putting it seriously. So Is there some like sound wave going on to trigger these dogs? What's
That
next?
that quiet whistle make them go crazy.
I know, but maybe it's something more severe. I mean, now we got to start paying attention to the dogs at the White House. Maybe that's the next attack.
You think they putting the MK mind control on the dogs?
I mean, there's always those stories of again, dogs are so easy to control.
Not really.
No, no, to
After
like to a certain person,
yeah, after a while they like, you know what? I'm tired of this bitch.
but
That's what it is. They tired of getting on TikToks and IG
yeah,
reels and they ain't getting
all
no
the
money.
videos I see of dogs in human clothes, yeah, that's what they're pissed off because I love that fucking pit bull with the hoodie on. That's the next dog
See,
who's
and
gonna
they
go
putting
off.
clothes. Yeah, they putting
Yeah,
clothes on the dog. Oh
that's the
yeah.
next dog who's gonna go off. We're gonna be like, hey, hey, Francis, hey, like, hey, you thought this?
You talking about the red nose pit?
Yeah,
Nah, that you hear that dude accent, he from our territory. That ain't gonna happen.
but yeah, something's going on with these dogs.
They just tired of being put in outfits. They tired of look. The only dogs that's not gonna rebuild are the dogs that's getting like
And it
those
does help
gourmet meals.
that you are probably I think a majority of people that are scared of dogs. So that's probably a good
I
reason
ain't
as to
scared of
why
no dog. It's like I don't know if I can say that.
you ain't okay.
No, I
Lock you
can't.
in a room with a dog. I'm putting money on the dog.
Find me in a room with a dog. He's Chinese food.
What? Okay, you know what? Next segment, and that's nope. I'm not rebounding after that. Nope, that's straight out of bounds, dude. This stat is crazy. This is how successful Shador Sanders is. That's what he made in royalties last year, according then revenue royalties was 17.7 million, and that's worth Matthew Golden's entire rookie contract. They said, and this again, Shador Sanders only played like what 4 games,
Yeah.
and meanwhile his brother's broke.
Nah, like Shiloh is not broke,
Come on, he is. He ain't in the league. He ain't got a job. He paid how much for that condo you and I'm talking about?
bruh.
He
He
is
getting
broke.
he got the NIL chili. He doing
No,
YouTube
that
videos.
Chili's gone again. If we what Shiloh Sanders was in commercials with the family, we're going to see Shador Sanders in commercials by himself. He ain't
Soon as
gonna
you
be. He can't do that. Again, the NFL ain't like the NBA. He can't take care of him like the Nassus.
yes he can.
Then he would be on the Browns already.
And is that he said he giving that up being a content creator. His views, his
Why
damn
again?
views,
Why are we all watching
his
him just do random shit? Like Shiloh said, no
it's
offense to the man.
entertaining. It's funny.
Entertaining to say my brother's in the league, my dad's a coach, and I got no life. Like that's entertaining.
Dude, I don't even watch those videos. Like, look at my life, because fuck your life, because I gotta work for a living. But I actually like Shiloh, man. He's an interesting kid. I think he'll be well off. And then again, he funny as hell. And then one time for Shador. Perfect time, man.
Again, to be a fucking fifth round pick and make 17.7 million in your first year, crazy.
Hey, man, the dynasty continues. Y'all die. Shouts out to Shador. Shouts out to the Sanders family.
But that also shows like one teams are only going to see his future as a gimmick potentially, especially if the season goes off the rails. Teams are only going to probably see him as like how teams were seeing Tebow, like let's sell some quick jerseys, cut him after 4 weeks. Because that at this point he's just a name.
Yeah, I mean, but it bring eyes, dude. I
No,
haven't.
I'm saying he legit is a draw for people, but at some point again the draw effect wears off if you don't have some actual results, as we were seeing. But
No, you're right. I've never seen up until he got drafted. I never saw a fucking Browns jersey in my life in person. Even when the throwback era, I ain't seen no Jim Brown. I seen Shador
well, because
Brown
it's also
jerseys.
more so going to be like a hot resale item for both if he pans out and if he fails.
What's the resale value for the Deshaun Watson jersey? A happy ending.
No, it's a roll of toilet paper. That's what it is because that's how you should use it.
Lawsuit as well, so don't wear
I'd
them
wipe
numbers.
my Deshaun Watson. I almost said Deshaun Jackson. No offense to Deshaun Jackson. He's way better than Deshaun Watson. But
His
yeah,
girl
Deshaun
go.
Deshaun Watson, get him out of here. Done. But
I was about to
that's
say
I saw
something
that. I was
freaky
like,
about
that's
what his
pretty.
girl could do to me, but all right.
Deshaun Jackson or Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson girl.
Oh yeah, you said he had a good one based off of the story you told a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
No, hey, I'll just say this without
Yeah,
saying everything.
why was he doing all that freaky shit? That's how you know he's got a problem.
It just, dude, again, I understand me and you because we ain't freaked out. These
No, I mean
guys, it's just another
I
level.
am, but I mean in a consensual freaked out way.
Yeah, but that's what it is with me. So you can't think of the mind of a pervert.
Yeah.
It's a difference between freaks and pervert. He's a pervert. Like, despite you got a 5 out of 5 in front of you, it's not enough. Sometimes you want more. Like, and then she don't
Yeah, just
want to
like Jay
do
Z.
more. What you mean?
Did Jay Z not cheat on Beyonce?
Yeah, anybody can be cheated on, motherfucker.
That's my point. Like, again, like, how did Deshaun Watson do what he did? Well, Jay Z cheated on Beyonce, so anything's possible. Just because you got a 5 out of 5 doesn't mean you won't cheat.
You actually doing more because they think they can't be cheated on. So you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you get your torta.
Well, not just that, but also like, yeah, you think like, what are you gonna do? Which is right. Like Beyonce didn't do shit.
Like
She stuck by him.
if I give me a 5 out of 5, I'm about to give me a big bitch. You did this to me. She she can't even breathe properly. Hey man, she know how to make ground beef tacos.
First, you'd
Shut
have to
up.
get a woman to get so.
Well, depending on how I feel in the next 2 days, it might not be a woman. So,
It'll be a white woman based off what you said earlier.
or man,
Oh, I forgot to upload the other one. Damn it. All right, give me a second. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're still weeks and weeks and weeks away from the NFL season.
it's
I hope.
still. Hold on, real quick. So OTAs is going on.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, I hate you, dog. I'm like your
Oh
parents. I
no!
hate
That
you.
he's pecker with Aaron Rodgers based off that haircut.
I don't give a he pecker woodpecker head, whatever the fuck, Woody Woodpecker. You not fooling me, doggy. So all these years he didn't want to go to OTA. Now your last dance. Oh, I want to go to OTAs and show the young guys how to get over. Man, fuck you,
I
Aaron
know.
Rodgers.
I think it's legit. Like he's got to warm the body up now because it's going to be creaking in week 2.
I was just about to say that. No, it ain't even that. He can look, bro. He can go in his cave with Batman. He can meditate. He can go in there with his bride with the
Because again, he
dreads.
said it was the last ride in the press conference before OTAs. That shows you how
Yeah.
bad the body's breaking down to be like, yeah, I'm not even going to try to do it like opening week press
But the problem
conference.
is you can't do a farewell tour in the NFL because
Who
it's
gonna give a
over.
fuck?
No, and then besides that, look, Isaiah Thomas said this.
All right, no.
Zeke.
I love Isaiah Thomas. Oh, okay, I meant
No, I'm talking about
Thomas.
Zeke. Zeke said
Okay,
this. Once you tell yourself, so he said he went to the pool one day. He was like, usually I go do my pregame warm up. I go to practice and all that. Call my wife. He said one day he just said, I'm about to go by the pool. He was
speaking of
like,
cheaters,
yeah. At that point, probably with a man. At that point, he was like, you know what? I think I'm done. And then he said that next game he got injured. Once you say as an athlete you retire, your body gonna be like for sure, and it's
yeah,
gonna happen.
that's why you're spot on with the Chet thing. Like that, when you tell yourself it's over, and it's the same thing you can see in fights sometimes. Like they always say, like at the press conference, you can tell a guy's scared based off how he looks, or like once he's made that walk to the ring, and you realize like, oh, I'm here now. Shit, like this is really happening. Then you know what the result's going to be. But that's why when Jalen Rose would go on when him and Bill Simmons did pods together, Jalen Rose said he knew his career was over when the warm ups were hard to get
Yeah,
through. He's
yeah.
like going through treatment and warm ups just to sit on the bench. I knew that was gonna drain me. So to play in the actual game, whew, I couldn't even fathom that at that point. And like the stuff that Jeff Teague said, like he knew he was cooked the last year. And he's like, why even try to convince the team I can still play when I know I can't? Like, come on.
Yeah, he said when he got to the Celtics, he was like, "Yep, it's almost
Yeah.
over."
And that was the thing with JJ Redick. Like when he got to uh, New
New
Orleans,
Orleans.
and then they traded him in Dallas. And like 3 games in Dallas, he was like, yeah, I don't think I could do this anymore. Yeah. What's
You
done is done.
you just know. Kenny Smith said that too. I missed that. It was like open court on NBA
Oh,
TV,
when they had all that, yeah, all those guys together for those episodes.
and that's where the Zeke. I think they still on YouTube. If not, then I'll look for them. But that's when Zeke told his story, and then Kenny Smith was like, "Yeah, when you can't run, you just looking at the court. That's
That's
how you know it's
why
over."
that last Steve Nash season was brutal because
With the Lakers.
the Grantland, Bill Simmons' old website, they were documenting Steve Nash that entire season, and I went to the second ever NBA game I went to was Timberwolves versus Lakers, and he played in that game. And I took a picture to make sure like this is probably the only time I'll ever see Steve Nash. And that whole time he was just like in like my feet, my back, my legs, like all these things like that. And he's like, I want to play. I do. Like I have the mindset to play. The body's just telling me I can't. And that's the thing that the guys reckon with all the time, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, well, unfortunate fucking wrestlers don't know when it's time to call it.
Well, I mean, they do in one promotion somewhat because, I mean, the match itself wasn't good. But again, what Uncle Dave said, if you were into the pageantry of what wrestling can be at its highest form, then this match is for you. Because what Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser did last night, like I said, there were some good wrestling moments in it, but it wasn't like a knockout 5 out of 5 match. But if you had paid attention to the whole story in WWE and in AAA, then the match delivered for what it was. As someone who was somewhat paying attention to the AAA parts, where what Chad Gable was doing when he got back to Mexico as original Grande Americano. He attacked someone, and when he attacked someone, I was like, is that person someone he shouldn't be attacking? And then Corey Graves said that on the commentary that the person in the crowd was a disabled comedian, because in the match, this guy fucking uses his like blind walking stick to beat on Chad Gable, and I'm like, holy shit! Like they're really like going all out for this. This is storytelling, and that one wrestler who dresses feminine, he made their return to the ring and attacked Chad Gable. So it was like cutting all these, tying all these loose ends up in the feud. But like I said, overall the match had some good moments. But as I told you, Anif, it's crazy that Ludwig Kaiser straight up stole. Well, it's more so Chad Gable stole it, but Ludwig Kaiser stole the fucking El Generico gimmick and made it into like the biggest draw that's non-Mystico related in Mexico right now.
I'm gonna say this, Ludwig, you ain't fucked up on no money. Send Gunther back his money, bro. I understand if it's your uncle
And don't
that's
forget that
being a bum.
he's probably getting paid in pesos, and that
Hey,
translates to how many American dollars?
it don't matter. Hey, I need that rack back because bail in Florida ain't that much. Hey, go ahead, send my money back. I know we homies, but you ain't. It ain't like your bum uncle, your cousin. That yeah, I'm trying to look for a job. Shit, no, you got it, bro. Hey, I know how much you make, Ludwig. Kissy, get the money. Send me money back.
But they had a dope ass video package, and that's when I was like, again, like you're the same company, WWE. You can't put in any effort to fucking WrestleMania video packages, but for fucking mask versus mask, you can go all out like it's a fucking Oscar trailer.
But you got to remember who over there who run that.
No, because no, stop it. Because when Amp says Undertaker booking, that is horseshit. Undertaker is just as
Who
bad
else
as a
booking
booker.
it? No, he ain't. No, he ain't.
Just as bad as yes. All
No,
our
he ain't.
matches are schmozzes and shit finishes.
Let me tell you something, brother. Lola Vice State champ. What that tell you? She can work. Don't act like she can't work.
Who's the champ in fucking WWE? Sol Rukin now. So don't do that. Don't put that fucking
Yeah.
like
So who? So AAA isn't better. Look who you just said is the champ.
Booker
the
in
IC
WWE
champ.
is Booker. Tony Khan is not even Booker of the Year based off Double or Nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
you damn
here's the
right.
thing. No Booker in wrestling is good. They're all shit.
Right now, yeah. But if I had to choose between all these people, I'm going with Taker.
It's not Mark Calloway. You are sniffing glue if you think Mark Calloway is the fucking Booker of the Year.
Hey, lesser of the evils. Let's just play that game.
No, lesser are no evils. They all suck. Because all those fuck finishes and all that, no.
And it's the same shit with I mean, not so. Well, it is the same shit, but it's the same shit with Becky Lynch. So now she about to get the title again. The ref screwed
Because
me.
she's fucking
Did
lazy.
it?
That's why.
It's the
No.
same
What
song
she
and
wants to
dance.
do is, again, she thinks, God, I fucking hate this bitch. She is the worst women's wrestler of the past 10 years is Becky Lynch. No one has carved something. How many Becky Lynch matches do you legit want to run back? How many
Dog,
promos?
you saying a lot.
They're all overrated. All the matches.
You want me to say
overrated.
some names right now that ain't good?
All the promos overrated. Everyone shits on Mercedes, so she's overrated. No, 10 times better than
No,
Becky
she ain't
Lynch
overrated. She lazy.
No, she put on more matches in one fucking year than Becky Lynch has.
Yeah, what she do
And
after
don't give
that?
me that.
Cry
Oh,
and
she
get
has a kid.
pito.
Don't give me she has that as a kid.
No,
and all
I'm
that.
talking
No.
about Sasha
All Becky
Banks
Lynch
too.
wants to do is get a title just to lose it, to be like, oh, I need my title back. I need you to give me the title that you took from me. That's every Becky Lynch
It's actually a good
storyline.
impersonation.
Is her because it's so because she is the worst fucking talker in the women's division. Completely.
Dog, you wildin'.
No. She fucking sucks. Has always sucked. The weakest member of the Four Horsewomen since day fucking one. Never the top one. Never ever. You could never take Becky Lynch over Charlotte in Mercedes at any point in time. Hell, even Bayley was better than Becky Lynch numerous times throughout her run. When she was the fucking basic baby
Bayley,
she was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, bro. If you going 10 years ago, hold on. You saying Alexa Bliss is better than Becky Lynch?
She wasn't in the Four Horsewomen. No, I'm saying people want to be like Alexa Bliss over it. Becky Lynch in that same fucking camp.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But you said she's the worst in 10 years ago or whatever.
Because she's got more run than fucking Alexa Bliss has. Way more run. And what you and Amber trying to argue, like Ronda Rousey did make that WrestleMania main event happen. That WrestleMania main event doesn't happen if Ronda Rousey's not there.
I think Becky I said, yeah.
No,
I agree with you.
Because Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair on their own wouldn't have main evented that match because they had wrestled 14 fucking times in the previous 2 years. Mm-hmm. So they needed Ronda Rousey to make that match.
Right.
And you've seen, has Becky Lynch had a WrestleMania main event since? I don't think so.
But I'm agreeing with you, right?
No, but I'm saying the standpoint, like, she's 100% overrated.
I'll say that.
Overrated wrestler in WWE is Becky Lynch.
I wouldn't go that far, but I understand what you mean.
No.
Because when you say women wrestlers, it's a lot. But we in all.
But they don't get the chances like she does. All Chelsea Green does is get injured and hold mid-card titles. All Alexa Bliss does at this point is
not my friend.
No, get injured and get the tag titles. Like they don't even try to put her with the main talent out. All Becky Lynch does is get a title just to lose it. And like I said, give me my title. That's always every fucking story. She loses the title. Give it back. Give it back. You took it from me. Give it. That's every fucking story. So she can tally up these titles and be like, oh, I'm the most decorated wrestler in the women's division. I can beat any one of yous. I can do it on my best day. Like, no, you suck. Your husband sucks. You two deserve each other. Go home. Raise a family.
Man, time is, hey, let me do the Shador again. Perfect timing. It's almost over, Seth. Stay on NFL Live, bro. It's over.
No, because he can't talk football either. Bears. Oh, the Bears. Let me tell you about Caleb Williams. Let me tell you about Roma Odunze. Let me tell you about Ben Johnson, the Bears. That's all he knows. What the fuck's he know about football?
Shit, he about to know about that couch. He better learn football because they kind of letting him know, hey, bro.
The Bears. That's all he does.
I think he got a year left in the ring.
No, he got 7 according if you do Randy Orton math. If you say you got 1 year, you got 10.
Randy Orton's supposed to show up tonight. He didn't show up. It's over.
That's a nice Randy Orton getting off his lazy broken back. That's hilarious.
It's over, bro. Just hey, man. They took Uncle Ray Ray.
He hasn't been seen since WrestleMania. He punched Cody Rhodes and wasn't even on the Raw or SmackDown after Mania. That's how bad his back is.
Yeah, it's over. That's what I'm saying. Getting cock diesel ain't gonna help your back. It's gonna make it worse.
No, it ain't gonna help his lazy work ethic too. because all he can do is hit 2 moves: a kick and an RKO. That's it.
It's over. Just like Van said, everybody, the writing is on the wall for a lot of people, bro. People just want to
Hey,
hold
no,
on to
man,
nostalgia.
get out of here. Fuck the Knicks. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Hey,
Who needs you?
so that's why Uncle Ray Ray went to AAA. They're like, hey, bro,
No. No, I told you. He's Mexican. They
stop
sent him
saying
there.
that. Please
It's
stop saying
true.
that.
What? Ray Phoenix whined on Twitter. They gave him a belt in Mexico. You know why? Because if you Mexican, you go to AAA. Don't argue with me. Those are the cold hard facts. The only people.
No,
who
you're
they give
right.
a
I meant
pass-
to say that to you. I was like,
the
that's
only
hilarious.
person who gets the pass is Penta because he's over as fuck. That's the only person who gets a pass.
That's hilarious.
Everyone else, you use that passport and you go over the border because you ain't
I'm
working in
here.
this country.
You ain't giving
Right.
me any problems.
That was a decent match him and Laredo Kid had, but again, it's just like he whines on like I need to get what I deserve, and I'm like, you know what, you're gonna get what you deserve in the place you did it 15 years ago because you've been there, done that, Ray.
Hey, bro, don't say nothing about me going racial. This has kind of been racial for
You
the
should have
past
just
minute.
stayed in AEW.
No shit. It's the same thing. What's your man Powerhouse Hobbs doing? Go ahead, tell us. How's that working out for him?
Hey, when you again, well, one, he's 44, so I mean,
Yeah, but again, the grass ain't greener on the other side. You could have just stayed over there and did the same thing you doing over there. Nothing. Your only interaction.
look what Andrade's doing. He fucking insane shape, and he gets the baddest bitches in the crowd. This man's living the best life ever. He gets to cheat on Charlotte Flair and say, I didn't deserve her. She was too good for me. I'm like, oh, this guy's perfect. He's cutting the best promo
Wait a
of all
minute.
time.
That's my move. He stole the
That's what
Banks
I'm saying. Like,
move.
this guy is going to be the world champion because he's like getting all the goodwill. But like, it's insane that Ray Phoenix thinks like, oh yeah, I could be a champion in WWE, and they're like, cut a promo where he's like, oh shit, damn, oh shit,
No speaking to English.
oh damn, that was you want like right now, oh damn, oh.
You
Without
know,
Penta here, like
I've been knowing about the Lucha Bros for 10 years.
I love Ray Phoenix, but it's like
I can't tell.
All people did was like, yeah, we got Ray Phoenix. Like, have you named the Ray Phoenix promos in AEW that happened? Like they didn't cut promos. They had Alex cut promos for him. Only Penta cut promos.
To this day, I still haven't heard this dude's voice being Phoenix. I'm not even joking. It's been 10 years. I still haven't heard this guy's voice.
And meanwhile, Ludwig Kaiser cuts promos in Spanish that make you go, holy shit, I am pumped up. Because when he did that, they were playing the promo where he was like, you don't have to be born in Mexico to be a Mexican. And I'm like, Viva la raza for mi sangre. yes. Like, holy shit, this guy's amazing. Like it's not the color of your skin, it's your beating heart. And everyone's like doing the Chino Chocinco with the flag. Like, yeah, like the Ray Phoenix, he can't get a fucking break. He can't get a break. So they send him back to Tijuana and Monterrey and all these other places. But fucking Ludwig Kaiser runs shit like he's fucking the cartel down there now. I can't take it. I can't. It's over, Ray. It's over. I'm crying because a white man, a German white man nonetheless, just like how they fled to Argentina, he fled to your country and fucking took a new life. And he's got a bad bitch with his woman's good looking. Like, it's insane. Like, and you know what? Here's how stupid I am. When I see Ludwig Kaiser in the mask, I'm like, I couldn't even tell that's Ludwig Kaiser. That's how you know superheroes are legit. Because it's like, who's under that mask? I'd be like, I don't know. If I didn't know it was Ludwig Kaiser already, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know.
I can't tell by the hair, bro. The slick back.
No, I'm saying like it's like the masks actually do a good job. So I'm like, maybe people couldn't figure out Bruce Wayne was Batman because of the fucking mask. Because I see Ludwig Kaiser and I'd be like, if someone said that they did the Men in Black, you know, what was it? Fucking Neuralizer. If they did that to me about Ludwig Kaiser and they're like, who's El Grande Americano based off just looking at it, I'd be like, I have no idea. Who is it? I'd have no idea. But I know that's Chad Gable because only one guy has a body like Chad Gable.
Dude, that's hilarious. And the fact that he do be cutting up promos with all his songs, like, where was this when you was with Imperium?
No, he was, but he only said the same 3 words. He did the SAWFT like Big Cass. He was doing that for Gunter.
Yeah, he was just a hype man, but he wasn't Flavor Flav. Now he is on Flavor Flav.
Oh God.
Bro, they be in the stands going crazy too.
They had like he was, who was the fucking the during the Spanish American War, the guy in charge. Oh God.
Selena?
But that's how they treat him. Like he's waving the flag in the hype video, and they're all behind him. And it's like he's going charge. Like he could do that if he wanted.
Hey, Alberto Del Rio could never.
That's why Ric Flair don't stand a chance, because he's gonna get the essays to beat his ass. Like on Americano. That's what they're gonna do to Ric Flair. That's the name on it. On America. But it's crazy that Sami Zayn had to reinvent himself as a knockoff Seth Rogen, a fucking ginger comedian, as he watches 2 fucking guys in Mexico run his spread offense better than he could. Like, meanwhile, he ran it perfectly with Kevin Steen, and Triple H, I don't need that. I don't want that. No.
Hey, you know, he probably saying he stole my whole fucking flow, both of them.
I mean, luckily he's made it 10 times over still in his career, so he's fortunate in that aspect, as we were saying with Eve. But still, it's like he could have main evented 4 WrestleManias with this if he was El Generico at this point. Like, if he was running it how he was running it in ROH and WWE, he would have been more over than anybody. Because his whole thing was he didn't need to speak Spanish, but it was broken English Spanish, where he'd be like, "Hey, Paquito, hey, how you say?" It was a lot of how you say like that, which would have been hilarious, because it's like this is clearly a white man or a Canelo Alvarez situation going on. Because how many redheaded Mexicans do we see these days?
They might think Ludwig is Mexican at this point. How he cutting the passionate promos?
No, because like I said, he's legit Hitler's dream when the mask is off. I said that on Wiretap. Again, he's blonde hair, blue eyed, like he's 6'4".
That was behind the paywall.
But no, I mean, so again, watch the match. It's kind of worth your time. Watch Laredo Kid versus Phoenix.
Apparently, with Davis, like I said, I'm gonna watch the match later on when I'm done recording. Dude, apparently, just watch the promo if you want to go Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, no, again, like that hype video was perfect, because it was like, I'm like, holy shit, like, why? Yet you couldn't sell me Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton with all your smokes and mirrors and shenanigans. None of that worked, despite you having a way better story in terms of like he was his protege and all that. This story about 2 white men cosplaying as luchadors, way better. Crazy.
But yet, Mark Calloway ain't a good booker. Okay.
He's not.
Somebody put that together.
The actual match is bad. Like I said, the actual match is not. It's not really worth it. But in terms of like a wrestling match, but like for the purposes of like having a storyline blow off match, it worked.
Ain't Conan the producer over there?
No, because don't forget he's on bad health, so I don't think he can do anything over there.
I thought he commentating. He ain't commentating no more.
No, it's JBL and Corey Graves. That's the other part, is like you kind of forget how funny JBL is as a commentator. I didn't have it on too loud, but when JBL does oh no, oh god damn no, because when the original El Grande Americano lost, he was like, no, why, damn it, why, like because when he was the heel commentator for SmackDown, that was the best version of JBL with but Dave Batista, He's a cheater. I'll give him credit when credit's due. He's a cheater. I don't like that Batista. He might be 285, but I don't like him. Like,
Bro, what I forgot what he said to I think it was Kofi Kingston or somebody. He said you need to go back. The best promos ever is against Eddie Guerrero. With that program,
okay.
yeah,
And
that was 22.
That's the shit Conan was running.
What is he? Because again, I don't listen to commentary. Obviously, I'm gonna listen to this. I see some of the stuff JBL says. I seen was it
Conan,
CMLL?
no, but when Conan was the booker, that's when he made like FTR champion. He made QT Marshall champion there. He was doing all that all that White Invader stuff when he was running AAA. Because his whole thing again is 90s like extreme go away heat, so he pissed people off because Penta had to put over QT Marshall, which is like, in what fucking universe would you have Penta put over QT Marshall? Not even for $1 million would I book that.
Hey, where
Penta shows work that.
where QT Marshall work at now?
Like, huh?
QT Marshall, does he work at Marshall's now?
He works in AEW still. Remember, he slimmed all.
Doing what? Giving donuts away?
Exactly.
Tony, again, you seem like you're a nice man. I'm a fan of yours, but you can't give everybody a job.
You got a good heart, Tony Khan. You got.
Yeah, I homie. But you gotta stop giving people money because they pimping you, homie.
Yeah, as we saw this past Wednesday.
Oh, you talking about Kevin Knight having a program with Darby Allin?
I'm saying
ex-champion?
I'm saying like David Finlay and Clark Connors attack ENC. I'm like,
hey,
no one was gonna sign David Finlay. No one on if New Japan wasn't gonna resign him, that lets you know. Because WWE wasn't gonna sign him.
Can I miss something?
Don't if you say you like David Finlay.
No. I just want to see this program. I'm not a fan, but I actually want to see this.
You want to see David Finlay's fat gut be like, I'm the toughest guy in the dogs, because he can't say Bullet Club anymore. David Finlay. There's something about he's fake Irish though, but there's something about these Irish people.
How's he fake Irish?
Because he was born in America.
Still in the bloodline, brother. The real bloodline.
Irish.
It's still in the bloodline. His dad is a descendant from there.
Yeah, but his dad, he talks like, again, his dad, my name is Finlay, and I love to fight. David Finlay's like, I am the mastermind of the dogs. Like, he has the worst voice ever. My Bullet Club. Like, okay, Patrick Stump. Like, why are you trying to sound like you're in Fallout Boy?
And he always raises his voice too.
And his shitty tattoo. I fucking hate David Finlay. Shitty tattoos, fat body. Clark Connors is 10 times a better worker than you two. And he looks like fucking knockoff Shawn Michaels to go for it. But yet, David Finlay's got to be the voice of their faction.
Hey, I want to see if the GOAT could carry this in these matches. Christian Cage.
He's got a bad wrist. He can't carry anything. And I'm not trying to put Jay Reese on it, but he can't carry shit anymore. He's cooked. It's over. That's a part of the AEW where like, you're so fucking stupid. You went from fucking title terrorist FTR to broken down Edge and Christian. Like, that ain't cool. That ain't dope. Where are the Rascals at? That's the shit I want to see.
And that match they just had was good. They definitely should be champs, or at least trios champs. They could take them from Shane Taylor promotions.
That they're ROH trios champs. The other trios champs.
That's what I'm saying. That's fine.
No, because again, like then you just saying ROH is for black people, like how AAA's for the Mexicans.
Whoa! They got two members in the Rascals, right? Wait. They got two members of the Rascals, right? Of Descent. Am I joking?
Yeah.
It's Trey and what's the other?
No, Trey's not there. The one who's not there. It's Myron Reed and Desmond Xavier.
Oh yeah, Myron Reed. Your boy that looked like you, and even though he ain't black, and then it's the goddamn Trey, dog.
It's Desmond Xavier, who is Wesley, and Myron Reed and Zachary Wentz.
I can't hold you. They look
Trey
alike.
Miguel,
both the light skinned guys. All three of the light skinned guys look alike.
Trey Miguel because of the stuff he said back in the day.
I forgot about that, but also all three of them light skinned dudes look alike. And shouts out to Myron Reed too, because when he got that job, I said, "About damn time." Did I say in a positive way? Maybe.
And then what you said too, that because what else happened? I mean, I only watched probably an hour and a half worth of that Super Show because it was Dynamite and Collision, and I didn't watch Collision at all last night. But I mean, the stuff that AEW does, where it's just like, again, you're always on the right track, and you're like, let's crash on purpose. That's always their style. Versus WWE's like, how do you put things together? I don't know. Let's just jam it all into one fucking pile.
Right. Let's give you look. Basically, WWE's hometown buffet. We
I never
hungry.
eat at hometown buffet. So.
Exactly. You hungry, but at the same time, you don't want that. Like, oh,
Even
Cody
at my
Rhodes
hungry
versus
self, I'd probably
Roman.
never eat there.
Cody Rhodes versus Roman. We might do that again. Oh, Solo versus Roman. We might do that again.
But at least you can start having promos like this again if you do Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Oh, them promos about to be hilarious.
Big dog, what you trying to do, cousin? Like
That's what I'm waiting for, them promos.
Yeah. I see you in Street Fighter. Well, I'm the Samoan Street Fighter, remember? Oos, like
If they want to make it hilarious, let him come out dressed like E Honda.
Roman Reigns?
No, Solo.
Isn't E Honda the Samoan? Not Samoan, the sumo?
E Japanese. No, I think
Because
E Honda is
that's who Hiroki Goto's
Samoan.
Hiroki. I think that's who Hiroki Goto's playing.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like in the old movie, he was Pacific Islander.
They used the same Samoan guy in every other 90s movie for E Honda, yeah.
Is he still with us?
Damn.
Because I mean, you know, Samoans only live to be 43.
So, but he was always the Samoan guy. He was a Samoan guy in Necessary Roughness. He was in the John Cena movie 12 Rounds.
I ain't seen that in so long.
He was always the Samoan guy in every movie until the other guy took his spot. It is Peter Navy Tuisopo.
I thought you was about to say Pia Maravilla.
Yeah, he's in basketball. He's the guy that they psych out with, because the psych out is when little guy on their team, and basically it's like, I had sex with your sister, and he's like, my sister's dead, asshole. He's like, well, maybe that's why she didn't move around a lot. It's like, holy shit. Basketball, phenomenal movie. Watch Basketball if you haven't seen it.
Never seen it.
You haven't seen? That's the movie you gotta watch. If I gotta watch Dream Girls, you gotta watch Basketball.
Yeah, we got to create a note, like a iCloud note.
He was in Speed Racer, Batman and Robin. Who was he in Batman and Robin? Goldmember. Scorpion King. I think I might have remembered him in Scorpion King. He might have been the guy who is The Rock's brother, along with the guy who either played Samoan or Native American.
So imagine those conversations.
And then Basketball, Street Fighter, Perfect Getaway, Fun Size, on Deadly Ground. Speaking of Steven Seagal, 12 Rounds. But it says that he's still alive, apparently. The Fast and oh yeah, I think he's the security guard at Race Wars in the first Fast and the Furious, because it shows he's in Fast and the Furious. So I think he's the security guard when either when they check in or when the fight breaks out. But we gotta go, y'all. Banks has got to go record with Amp and Eve. Thank y'all for joining us this week. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Check out the videos too from the past couple weeks. We chopped those up into shorts and minor segment videos. Gonna be doing some more of those too. We just dropped the Core Mega, Kenny Omega one. In case y'all didn't see the full episode last week, and then the segment of us breaking down the Chargers and Niners schedule, all of that. So thank y'all for your new listeners for checking us out. Hope you stay with us. All our old listeners, again, stay tuned. Movie Club. Again, if you got a suggestion for July's group movie after we do Scarface, we'll keep that in mind. But Banks will watch Dream Girls. I'll watch Basketball. That's how we'll kick off our content in June, because in June, like we were saying earlier, there's a few sports happening still, but then the bigger movies will start, because I still didn't go to see Mandalorian and Grogu this weekend.
Oh
I
yeah, I
might
got
even
it.
not.
I forgot that even came out. I gotta watch the
I still
bootleg.
might not even go next week, and I'm not sure yet.
No, I'll be
And
seeing
then
Masters of the Universe this week and buying a ticket for Scary Movie.
Scary movie is next Friday. Yeah.
I thought it was the same day as Masters of the Universe.
Hmm. And that Marlon Wayne's clip. I mean, GQ interview. I might need to watch the full thing because I keep seeing good clips. He talked about how he wanted to try to make it on his own when he came out to Hollywood. Um,
Yeah, no, that's his best interview ever.
well, the guy who does it with Zach Baron, he's the top, basically profiler, especially for GQ. But like, he gets the best interviews out of guys and girls. But like, and he's married to the co-host on the, my favorite movie podcast, The Big Picture. But no, he does great interviews in general, written and video.
Yeah, no, legit. I've seen countless because I'm a huge Wayne's Mark. I've seen countless interviews of Marlon. This is by far his best interview. Not saying the other ones aren't good, but you get an introspective view of everything from then to now. And also, let me say this:
Yeah,
for
but I think we all kind of knew he was more artsy in that way, very kind of thoughtful. I don't want to say emotional, but I think we all maybe kind of knew he had that side to him where he takes things seriously. He's not to say that the other Waynes don't, because you can kind of see like Damon Wayans, once Hollywood kind of fucked him over, I think kind of stepped out of the shadows. I mean, stepped into the shadows for a reason. Like, you know what, Hollywood don't want me. I'm not going to play their games. And besides that, but them being family men as well. But you could tell like Marlon Wayans, he's wanted other opportunities because he talked about, I've thought about winning an Oscar in a legit way. That was my thoughts. And I'm like, yeah, I could see it because he's, again, got the talent, as we've all known. But, and I've never really seen that many Wayne's Brothers episodes because I didn't watch it when it aired live. And then whatever channel I saw the reruns on, um, I never really caught that much of it. So,
don't worry, brother. When I buy all the seasons, the collection, I'll give you the login because I'm gonna buy it digital, and then I'll just buy eventually the hard copy just for it to be in my collection. But I'm gonna buy the digital series. It's like $55, but it's worth it. And then again, I'm not able to go to the movies, but I'll be buying the ticket and watching the bootleg because I still support it.
yeah. So, with that said, make sure you check out Banks on the Wiretap with Eve. I don't know why I said it like that. On Wiretap with Eve over at the Black Announcement Patreon and on the bonus REOP episodes of AMP every week. I've been finally catching up to the last two REOP episodes. I've had some good ones. Main show and bonus episodes. So shout out to AMP, Joe, Devin. Um, but again, Banks versus Davis. Turn those notifications on so you never miss out when we go live. We'll see y'all next time.